Yo! What is good, Sixer Nation? Welcome on in to another edition of Philly Take with RB, Sixer Game Day Live, here on a Sunday evening, late March. And ladies and gentlemen, can you believe it? 12 games remaining on the schedule, and then the nightmare will be over. Into the offseason we go, into the playoffs though. Going to be interesting to see what happens. We got March Madness. We have NBA playoffs coming up. We'll have more on that as we go. But we're back on the tankathon, man. We're back on the tankathon. It is official. The Sixers are tanking. We have more updates on the tankathon standings. And the Sixers need to get it done today as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks, who they played 2 weeks ago and were able to lose. We'll see if they can do it again. We'll see if they can do it again following a marvelous tank job on Friday night. So we'll get into it all, man, but welcome in officially to Philly Take with RB. I hope everybody is doing well. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you guys are tapping in from. Welcome in to Philly Take with RB. It's a Sixer Game Day live show presented by our friends at National University. This is the #1 Sixers Game Day live show. We give you the pregame, live game, and postgame coverage with our staple play-by-play and reactions and our analysis as it all goes down. We'll also take your phone calls after the game on Discord potentially. So go ahead, join the Discord, chat with Sixer Nation over there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the 23-47 Philadelphia 76ers. No, I can't believe it. Doesn't even sound real. But the Sixers, when you want to put it into perspective, have lost 18 out of their last 21 games. Crazy. Wild. I'm going to give my thoughts on the Sixers a little more here today, what I've been thinking about with the team. We'll talk about that and more. But we have the 23-47 Philadelphia 76ers, and they are going up against the 34-36 Atlanta Hawks, who have won 6 out of their last 8 games. They have won 2 in a row. And, yeah, man, I mean, the Hawks are playing a lot better basketball. The Chicago Bulls dropped 146 last night on the Lakers, so it seems like we have a bit of a battle there for the play-in spots. Good thing the Sixers don't have to worry about that, as the Sixers are now, I believe, 6 games out of the final spot. Let me make sure I'm right there. Yep, 6 games out of the final play-in spot, so you can kiss that goodbye if you have been holding on to that hope. But it is for the better, in my opinion, and we'll talk about all of it and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I need you guys to do. We'll get this thing kicked off underway. I need y'all to go down below and hit the like button. You guys have been crushing it on the like button, and I really do appreciate that. As I've said on the last couple of streams, Sixer content creators are not having their content seen as much because YouTube has realized that the Sixers are an absolute travesty this year, so they're not really pushing out Sixers content. So the way that we can get this show out to new viewers, more users, is by hitting the like button. That will tell the algorithm that you enjoy this show, that you appreciate it, and it'll send it out to more people. So, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, go down below, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well if you want to join in on the live chat, and hit that join button if you want to become an official part of the Philly Take family. All right, become a channel member. You get all the cool exclusive perks. You get the loyalty badges that show how long you've been a member. You get your comments highlighted first, priority read. You get the cool exclusive member emojis in the chat. You get merchandise discounts, special content, and a whole bunch more. So become a channel member if you want to support the show. Shout out to all the members. And lastly, guys, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Philly Take with RB. And follow me on Twitter at RBPhillyTake. I cover the Sixers. I cover the Eagles. And I also am on Bleacher Report 2 times a week talking Sixers, NBA, Eagles, football, and a whole bunch more. So we'll talk about all that. We'll talk about March Madness. I've been watching a lot of the prospects this weekend. And if you're a Sixers fan, I don't know why you haven't been watching the March Madness if you haven't, because there's a lot of players that the Sixers could pick that are playing, especially if they end up with their top 6 picks. So keep that in mind. Mods, be sure to drop the links in the chat. Let's get this thing flowing. Need you guys to be interactive. I saw somebody ask for the Discord. I just dropped it in the chat now. And with that being said, it is time to officially kick things off here on our pregame live show. And I already talked a lot about my pregame stuff here. The Hawks have won 6 out of 8. They have won 2 in a row. They beat the Warriors last night. Curry did not play because he had that pelvic injury. George Niang, shout out to the minivan, who he was absolutely cooking them last night. So the Hawks, again, are starting to put it together. They'll just be a playing team, get their guys some good experience. Zachary Riza-Shea and Trae Young, of course, and a couple others. But that's where we're at. And the Sixers are in full tankathon mode. Now, unfortunately, the Brooklyn Nets played again last night and lost again to the Indiana Pacers. So the Nets are now again a half game up. And the NBA tanking race is shaping up to be better than the NBA playoff race. I mean, it's back and forth every single game. The Raptors are a game behind the Sixers. The Sixers are a half a game behind the Nets. If the Sixers lose tonight, they will be tied again with the Brooklyn Nets. These next 5 games are really going to determine a lot, ladies and gentlemen. The Sixers play the Hawks today. Then they have the Pelicans tomorrow night, so we have a back-to-back. Then the Wizards on Wednesday, Heat on Saturday, and then the Raptors on Sunday. So, ladies and gentlemen, these next 5 games could really do wonders in determining where the tankathon lies. These next 5 games are really going to determine, with 12 games left in the season, these next 5 are going to tell a lot of the story as to where the Sixers will end up. So that's where we're at, man. Welcome into the show. Hope you all are doing well. Time to get the chat engaged. First, I'm going to give a shout out to some of our members. But ladies and gentlemen, here's what I need y'all to do. Drop your final score prediction in the chat right now. Ladies and gentlemen, drop your final score prediction. Can the Sixers keep the tankathon going? Can the Sixers lose this game in the first of a back-to-back and get ready for the tankathon tomorrow night as well against the New Orleans Pelicans? What will the final score be today? I think with the Hawks playing as good as they are right now and the Sixers, who kind of have figured it out in terms of the tanking, I do think the Sixers will lose this game and will tie back up with the Brooklyn Nets. We have Bold Blood in the chat. What's up? Channel member Don Vito in here. Shout out to the members. Drop your final score predictions in the chat. I'm going to say that the Hawks win this one. I'll say it's fairly close at first, and then the Hawks kind of break off in the second half. See, I'm going to say the Hawks win by like 14 points. And I think early in the fourth quarter, they'll start to pull away. So I'm going to say 118 to 104. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm upping it a bit. I'm upping it because the Sixers have been playing no defense at all. So I'm going to say 123 to 109. 123, 109. Hawks get a W. And the Sixers tie back up with the Brooklyn Nets. All right, man. Drop your final score predictions in the chat, and then we're going to spin the wheel. Let's see. 125, 107 Hawks, says BLSG. Jamie says 131 to 119 Hawks. TMB says 134, 98 Hawks. Trey with a 40 bomb. Keep in mind, the Sixers did not play Trae Young the other week. And, yeah, the Hawks ended up winning anyway, so. Let's see. Ryan Rose is 135 to 107 Hawks. Bold Bloods is 118.97 Hawks. Nate's is 106.98 Sixers. Judicus is Hawks 150 to 82. Luce is 104.97 Sixers. Tony says 129 to 111 Hawks. Also, guys, do me a favor at any point during this show, if it starts to get a little bit choppy, if the internet gets a little choppy, please let me know in the comments. I've been having some technical difficulties, so just want to know, if those things happen. So I'd really appreciate if you guys let me know, keep me updated in the chat. But yeah, man, that's where we're at. That is where we're at. Sixers and Hawks, 12 games to go. 12 games to go. Ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to drop something in the chat right now. I need y'all to drop spin that wheel in the chat. We've been doing this every game. We did break the curse last game because we won spin the wheel and we still lost the game. So I feel a lot more confident with spin the wheel now. So do me a favor, drop spin that wheel in the chat. Drop it in the chat, man. Spin that wheel in the chat. Also want to give a quick shout out to BetUS TV. Definitely go check them out for your daily sports content. All right, follow them on their social platforms. Check out their site. And yeah, go check them out for all your sports news, man. Shout out to BetUS TV as we're powered with them. Drop spin that wheel, baby. And I'll drop that beat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. It's time to spin that baby. Let's go. Tankathon.com, man. Tankathon.com. Number one overall, please. Give us the number one pick, man. Give us the number one pick. Let's go. Let's go, man. Gary says 114-103 prediction. Drop spin that wheel in the chat, man. Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. Once again, welcome into Philly Take with RB. Sixers Game Day Live presented by National University. It's time to spin that wheel, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see where we get today. Last time we got the third pick. Let's go. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Let's go. Let's go, man. That's two. 2 in a row. We are now 6-9 as our overall record since we started doing this before the game. 6-9. We're on a streak, baby. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. Dude, the Sixers are getting the top 6 pick, man. Give us number 1. Give us Cooper Flag, and we'll be good.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Come on, man. Like I said, the Sixers need to lose every game possible. They need to continue to try to up their odds to get that top 6 pick. A lot of good players in the draft upcoming. Been watching a lot of them in March Madness. These guys can play. So, yeah, man. Sixers need to do everything they can to give themselves a chance. Let's go. 2 in a row, baby. The tank is on. Members, drop those tank emojis in the chat. Tank emojis in the chat, man. Let me post my thing here on Twitter, and then we'll get going. Let's go, man. It got me hype. I'm hype, man. First of a back-to-back, I'm trying to manage myself here. Trying to, trying to load manage, I guess, for tomorrow as well. But it's going to get pretty interesting this week. At least we have something to, keep our eyes on and look forward to, right? least we have something to keep our eyes on here. The Raptors keep pulling their lineup in the fourth quarter of games. The Brooklyn Nets keep on losing games, in the final minutes just because they pretty much stopped trying. So it's going to be interesting, man. All right, guys, I just want to confirm that you guys can hear me clear in the chat. If you can, please drop a 1. Just trying to make sure my technology is all good over here. It's been giving me some trouble. So if you guys can, please drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Brian Pumper, $5 super chat. Brian, what's up, bro? Hey, Brian, how are you, man? Thanks for being here. Raptors are so shameful getting away with leaving their starters on the bench in close games in the clutch. Yeah, exactly, man. The Raptors get to the fourth quarter. They'll be winning by 12, and then they pull their whole lineup, and the NBA doesn't do anything about it. Yet the Sixers are getting investigated for sitting Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid, who are all actually very injured, which is crazy. Crazy. By the way, the Raptors do play the San Antonio Spurs, who the Sixers just played, so Raptors and Spurs coming up a little bit later on. We'll see what happens in that game. But really the team that we're chasing is the Brooklyn Nets, who are now again a half game up because they keep losing and they keep finding ways to lose. Ryan, thanks for the super chat, man. Busy B in the chat dropping the tank emojis. Let's go. Shout out to the members. Dom Boyle in the house. What's up, Dom? Shout out to the members, man. Hope you guys have been doing well. We do this every single game, pregame, live game, and postgame. We never give up, and we keep the coverage flowing. So hope you guys enjoy the show, and let's keep it rocking and rolling, man. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. Right now on March Madness, it is, I believe, Illinois taking on Kentucky. I'll be honest, the March Madness has been very entertaining. Been watching a lot of games. Just watched the Duke and Baylor game. Yeah, Cooper Flagg is legit. He's the guy, and he's very good. Knuppel, also another good player for Duke. Kalam Malouch, pretty good big. Think his game's going to translate well. VJ Edgecombe now eliminated from the tournament, but he was playing really well. The other guy for Duke too, Tyrese Proctor, looks like another Jared McCain. He was on fire. A lot of good games. Arkansas, St. John's, the Gonzaga game last night, that was fire against Houston. Houston's my pick to win the whole tournament, but UConn today against Florida. A lot of good games, man. Been watching most of them. Missed maybe a couple, but games have been very good in this tournament. And I like how all the bottom seeds are kind of getting weeded out. Not that I don't think it's cool to have upsets. I like how it is right now. How there's a couple upsets, but I like how mostly it's just the good teams advancing. And yeah, man, I like it a lot. It's been fun, and it's really good hoops too, man. It's like these teams are good. These teams are really good. I like how it's, win or go home. I like how they play as a team. It's not only iso ball. It's pretty cool to see these kids play. Let's see. Dom says Hawks 112-107, 120-106. T-Miles, what's going on, man? BLSG, did we spin the wheel? Yeah, we did. We did, and we got in the top 6 again. So we're on a 2-game streak now, and we're on fire. Did you watch UConn Florida best game? Yeah, it was a good game. Cayman Malauk, yeah. All right, guys, 77 people in the chat. Do me a favor, like this stream, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. I need y'all to keep me going, man. We do this every game all season long. We have 12 more of these, and then we'll wrap it up, man. I am considering doing some playoff live streams similar to these, but for other games. So let me know what you guys think about that idea in the chat. I'm also thinking about branching out the videos a little bit to talk about the playoffs as well. You know, like after playoff games, like just talk about some of the hot topics going on. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys tune in to playoff live streams? What are your thoughts? Like I said, man, these next 5 games right here, Atlanta, New Orleans, Washington, Miami, Toronto, are going to tell a lot of the story. Toronto has the easiest remaining schedule, which is honestly a good thing. I mean, we want them to win. The Nets have the 6th remaining easiest schedule, and the Sixers have the 3rd easiest remaining schedule. So it's going to be a dogfight, man. It's going to be a dogfight. Let's see. Atlanta 106-103 says Pete. Wayo says, is it possible to go on a 3-game win streak? Atlanta, New Orleans, and Washington. You're talking about for us? I hope not. Sixers go on a 3-game win streak and it's over. We're cooked. We're cooked. We go on a 3-game win streak, it's over, man. Say goodbye to that pick. Right now, it's neck and neck. Now, in terms of today, I hope the Sixers don't win this game. The only way I could see it happening, as it is every game, is if Quentin Grimes turns into an absolute monster and drops like 40 points. But we'll see, man. RB, you keep saying Malauk, it's Maluak. Okay, sorry, man. I forgot we had a teacher in the chat. My bad. Dyson Daniels will go off offensively and defensively. Yo, shout out to Dyson Daniels. He actually has the most steals in an NBA season in like 10 years. And when he was drafted to the Pelicans a couple years ago, everybody thought he was an early bust. They didn't think he was good at all. Then he got traded to Atlanta in the DeJounte Murray trade. And honestly, I feel like Atlanta won that trade. Dyson Daniels has become a piece, man. This guy is an incredible defender. He's going to win probably, well, he'll be first team all defense, but he's probably going to win defensive player of the year, right? He's got a really good shot to do it because, dude, Dyson Daniels has really improved his game, and even offensively too. I think he's averaging like 3 steals a game. Let's see. Yeah, he's averaging 3.0 steals per game. He's played every game, 65 games. He's averaging 14 a game. And yeah, he's become a lot better of a more well-rounded player, but his defense has just gone to a different level. I mean, last year with New Orleans, he was averaging 1.4 steals a game. This year, he's averaging 3 steals per game, 5.7 rebounds, 4.3 assists. The guy has literally improved in every facet, excuse me. So yeah, he's balling, man. Shout out to him. He's only 22. It's really what surprised me about the Atlanta Hawks, because the Hawks have these good young players, you know, and they traded DeAndre Hunter at the deadline, but you know, they have Jalen Johnson, who was having a really, really good season until he tore his shoulder. They get Karis LeVert back, Trae Young. I mean, at center, Clint Capella didn't really work out. He's sidelined now, but Onyeka Okongwu playing pretty well. I just don't understand it. And obviously the number 1 overall pick, Zachary Riza-Shea, I don't get why the Hawks just are never good, you know? Also, I know I didn't read out the Sixers injury report because it's pretty much everybody. Let's see if they have... see if they actually told us who's playing or not. Honestly, it's hard to figure out at this point who's playing and who's not. It's different every other game. I know they said Jeff Doughton is starting tonight. So that means that Jeff Doughton is back in the equation. He didn't play the last couple games. He's back and he is starting. Okiki, I know, is starting tonight. But yeah, all the regular guys are out. You know, Maxey, PG, Embiid, Lowry, Gordon, Bona, Drummond, Lonnie Walker's out again with the concussion. So honestly, I don't even know how many guys are going to play tonight. Maybe like 8. They'll probably list more available, but probably only play 8 guys most. But it's getting hard figuring out the injury reports for this team on a nightly basis. As for the Atlanta Hawks, Jacob Toppin out with a elbow injury, Keaton Wallace out with a shoulder, and Capella is out with the ligament injury that I was talking about. And like I said, Jalen Johnson out for the season. But Bang Bang Niang has been on fire. Bang Bang Niang has been on a heater. Do feel bad for him, but hey, at least if the Cavs win, he does get a ring, so we'll see. All right, man, we got 100 people in the chat. Do me a favor, get this to 100 likes. All right, hit the like button, subscribe to the show. Dyson Daniels is a dog. He is. He's playing well. Brian says Daniels is who we thought Thibault was. Less depressed Sixers fan says, good afternoon. What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Sports says, if you want RB to do playoff streams, hit the like button. Secret, what's going on, brother? What's up, Secret? Thanks for being here, man. Thank you to everybody for being here. Once again, I'm going to say this one more time. Sixers content is not really making its waves around YouTube right now because of the team being so bad. So if you guys can do me a huge favor, go down below, hit the like button, get us to 100 likes. Mods, be sure to keep throwing them links in the chat throughout. Remind people to hit the thumbs up. Thank you for all that you do. Still trying to get an idea of who's playing and who's not in this game. But I'm looking for the starting lineup now. But yeah, a lot of people aren't even watching the Sixers at this point. I don't blame them, but I'm here to do my job. Starting 5 for the Sixers: Jeff Doughton, Quentin Grimes, Justin Edwards, Chuma Okeke, and Gershon Yabusele. So once again, the Sixers will be without a center. So yeah, interesting. If you guys have been watching March Madness, let me know your thoughts. Is there any, games you've been watching or players you've been watching? I've been really watching close. A lot of guys I like in this draft, but hopefully the Sixers can get a top 6 pick. It all relies in the ping pong balls now. But like I said, the competition has been really good, man. It's been really good. We got a new channel member, Ryan Sprague, in the chat. Ryan, let's go. Members, drop those MVPs for my guy, Ryan. Give him a warm welcome, man. Thanks for being here, bro. Thank you. Shout out to Ryan Sprague, man. Thanks for being here, guys. 100 people in the chat. Get us to 100 likes. If I sound a little bit de-energized today, it's because I was playing basketball yesterday for like 4 hours and everything is sore and I'm gassed. But it was a good workout, man. What they don't tell you is that first time that you play ball for the season, man, it hurts. It's like getting back into it, But all is good, man. All right, man. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Shoe Game, what's up, bro? Why is Patrick McCall in the G League? Morey's got to bring him up for the end of the season. Look, I've been saying that game after game, man. They need to bring up every G League player they can.
Let's go.
They need to bring up every G League player they can. I'm really liking how the chat's looking right now. Like I said, when you become a channel member, you get your comments highlighted a different color. So I see a bunch of colors in the chat, and I love that. Honestly, though, for those who have been sticking with me all season, man, I really appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with me all season long. I do appreciate that. I know it's been tough, but we're here. Busy B, Ryan Sprague, Dom, Secret. Brian Pupper, $5 super chat. He says, we better sit Grimes for the Pelicans, Wizards, and Raptors game. He will sit Yabu and play Drummond against the Weird A Raptors. Yeah. Drummond, I don't know what's up with Drummond, man. Okay, here's the not available tonight. Embiid, Maxey, George, Gordon, Lowry, McCain, Drummond, Bona, Oubre, and Walker. I feel like these guys just got injuries and they were like, yep, you're not playing again. All right, I told you the Sixers starting 5 for the Hawks. It'll be Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Mohamed Gay, Zachary Rizashe, and Onyeka Okongwu. So let's get this one underway, man. Sixers have a very crucial 5-game stretch here. We'll see what happens, and we'll break it all down. But yeah, Brian, they're not going to sit Grimes. I wish they would, but he might be good enough to win those games. So they really do have to be careful, and we'll see what happens. Get the other scoreboard up here momentarily. Hawks rocking the white jerseys. We're off in Atlanta. And there's a cut by Reza Shea. Puts the first one in. It's 2-0 off the dime from Trae Young. Doughton going to find Edwards. Edwards at the wing. Here's Yabusele going to find Jeff Doughton. Doughton guarded by Reza Shea. Daniels poked it away. There's a steal already for Dyson Daniels, averaging 3 per game this year. Here's a 3, and that one was off track by Muhammad Gay. Here's Justin Edwards. Edwards guarded by Trae Young. Edwards going to kick it out to Grimes. Grimes to the corner. Here's Okeke spinning, kicks it back. Grimes up top, guarded by Daniels. Grimes might have trouble tonight on Dyson Daniels. And another steal by Dyson Daniels. Oh my gosh, he's got 2? He's got 2 already? Trae Young, Dyson Daniels turns, flips it up. What a play, man. Did they give him credit for that? He's got 2 steals, bro. 2 steals in the first minute of the game. Oh my gosh. I told you guys, man, Dyson Daniels is crazy, bro. Averaging 3 per game this year. Kolb, $2 super chat. What's up, Kolb? He says, Horseman, how are we today? We are on full tankathon mode. Trae Young just shot a free throw. I don't know if that was a technical by Nurse or if it was a 3-second. Guessing it was a tech, but yeah, Dyson Daniels leading the league in steals. He already has 2 here in the first minute of the game, averaging 3 on the season. Here is Quentin Grimes, comes around his screen. Grimes looking, scanning. He finds Edwards. Edwards crossing over, drives all the way in, goes up and lays it through. Justin Edwards, undrafted, signed by the Sixers, but he was the 3rd-ranked high school recruit just a year ago. There's a little bucket for Dyson Daniels. It's 7-2. There's Quentin Grimes, finds Jeff Doughton. Here's Yabusele. Yabu turning, spinning, kicks it. Okeke, the pump fake. Now he pulls up a 3. That one is short. Yeah, Nurse got a tech, I believe. Let me go ahead and pull up this other scoreboard for you guys. Trae Young off the pick and roll. Okongwu kicks it out. Here's Reza Shea. Drives into the paint, tripped, falls, scanning. Yo, take it away from him. And they're going to call a 3-second violation. He was sitting there for about 10 seconds. I'm like, when are they going to call something? There's a drive by Doughton. He's fouled en route to the basket. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get these likes up. We're still not at 100. Don't slack in the chat. 120 people in here, man. Do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up. Follow us everywhere. Come on, guys. Don't be lazy in the chat, man. First one good at the line for Jeff Doughton Jr. Yeah, it is surprising that Justin Edwards, like, think about last year. I know Kentucky got bounced early in the tournament, but Justin Edwards was a highly recruited player. He was a highly recruited high school prospect. Now, he probably wanted to come back and play for his own hometown. Probably wanted to play for, for Philly, but, I mean, undrafted is crazy. He was a 3rd prospect in the country behind Ron Holland and Isaiah Collier. Both of those guys were picked in the first round. Edwards went undrafted. Second free throw was missed by Doughton. Here's Dyson Daniels, and he walked. 7-3 is our score. Ryan Sprague says, I'm even on A to Z for the Birds. Thank you, man. Yeah, check out our A to Z channel. If you want Eagles coverage, we've been popping off over there. Here's Yabusele for 3. He drills it. 7-6 is our score. Come on, guys. Get active in the comments, man. Get active up in here. Or else we're not going to read the chat that much, man. Here's a 3-ball from Reza Shea. That one's off the mark. Picked up by Philly. Edwards going to bring it down the floor. Goes behind the back, dumps it to Yabu. Yabu turns the corner, drives in, spins to his left, hooks it up, got it to go. Big bucket by Gershon Yabusele, who had a big night in the second half the other night. Trae Young going to answer with a 3 of his own from deep beyond the perimeter, and the Hawks are back up by 2. There's Jeff Doughton Jr., guarded by Reza Shea. Jeff Doughton had a big outing his last time that he played a couple games ago. Okeke going to drive, one bounce. Edwards waiting in the dunker spot, and he throws it down. Game knotted at 10. Here's Trae Young. He's going to find Daniels, back to Young, drives in, tried to get it down low to Okongwu, and he threw it away. Game tied at 10. Here's Doughton. Doughton going to spin. Find Okeke. Back to Doughton. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Yabu. He gets doubled. Doughton over to Grimes. Grimes for 3. That's short. Yabu taps it back. 2 for $1. Quentin Grimes no good again. 7:23 to go here in the first. Hawks flying it down the floor. Muhammad Gay was plucked, but it's going to stay here with Atlanta. 125 people in the chat. Do me a favor. Get this to 100 likes. We're out here streaming Sixers and Hawks, which is insane. Hawks are fighting for a play-in spot. Looks like they're going to have one. The 76ers are trying to lose games. Who do you guys think is going to win March Madness? Like I said, I've been watching almost every game. I've missed maybe 2 so far, but I've watched every game that I could. And I picked Houston to win it. But a lot of good prospects on these teams. I like how Houston plays defensively, though. Trae Young pokes it away. He flies up the floor, turns, spins back. Trae Young guarded by Okeke. Young going through the legs. 1-on-1, trying to beat him off the dribble. Young to the baseline, behind the back. Dyson Daniels drives, blows by Grimes, floats it up, missed it, tapped in by Muhammad Gay. And the Hawks back on top. Eugenio in here from Brazil. What's up, Brazil? Thanks for being in the chat, man. Doughton going to drive, turn, spin, kick it back. Edwards crosses over. Going 1-on-1. He's going to drive, spin against Okongwu. Goes up and he's fouled. Dom says Grimes is off. Well, he's got a tough task tonight against Daniels, man. Daniels is cooking. NZ for 3. What's up, man? What are your thoughts on Kasparis Jakunis? Yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name, but what I think about him, I actually haven't watched most of the Illinois games so far, but from watching like some highlights and stuff on him, seems like his game's going to translate well. He seems like that one international prospect we usually have every year in the top 10, where it's like, yeah, this guy's going to be really good if he puts it all together. Right? Like, you know, obviously international play is a lot different, but I do like his game. I think he's leading the charge on that team. And I'm excited to see if, you know, especially if they keep winning, how he plays. But I think I was just looking him up yesterday. I think he averages like 18 a game. He's a prospect I do want to do more work on eventually, but I was just looking him up. Hold on. Let me look him up. What's his name? It's crazy how we have like all freshmen this year in the first round too. Like really not much senior players at all. All right. He's averaging 15 a game, 32% from 3, 5.7 rebounds, 4.8 assists. Yeah. So to me, he seems like one of those guys who's like, he's a project, you know, in the works. He's like a Matas Bazelis from last year. 6'6". Not bad. I don't know if the Sixers are going to take another guard this year. I really hope they don't. We already have too many guards on this team. You know, Maxey, McCain, Quentin Grimes. I don't think they need to draft another guard. I could see Morey doing it, though, because he loves He loves guards, so I wouldn't put it past him.
Let's go.
But honestly, I want the Sixers to draft someone that's like 6'8", 6'9" at least. Either a high level dynamic wing or even a big. Yo, what if Daryl Morey drafts a center? Could you imagine? $5 super chat, Brian Pumper. Thank you so much, man. I'll tell you what, I want Nurse back next year. Watching these young guys play hard as heck, even though they are void of talent, not blaming him. Yeah, I mean, I hear you, Brian, but I'm going to disagree with you for this reason. I think these guys are playing hard just because they want new contracts. I don't think it has anything to do with the Sixers or Nick Nurse. Now, I'm not saying that I think or don't think he's going to be back, but I don't think it has anything to do with Nick Nurse. I think Nurse is a good coach at times. This season, he's been wildly erratic, but I think these guys just want to play as hard as they can because this is probably the only chance they'll have. So that's my thoughts on that. Guys, we got 94 likes. We need 6 more. Get us to 100. Get us to 100 likes, man. NZ says, I'm watching Illinois, Kentucky right now. I think a big point guard that can facilitate will help Maxey and McCain. Yeah, I wish I was watching that game right now. Honestly, I might pull it up on my phone while this game's on, but yeah, I don't want another guard. I think there will be too much clutter, you know? What do you guys think in the chat? I think it's a good debate. Should the Sixers draft another guard and stash him? I don't think they should. As long as you think McCain is going to make a full recovery. And a nice bucket there from Okongwu in the feed. Now, I know people were worried about the defense of Maxey and McCain, but that's why you have Quentin Grimes. Grimes now fits in perfectly with Tyrese Maxey. Edwards for 3. And yo, don't forget about Justin Edwards, man. Don't forget about Justin Edwards, bro. I think we're underrating Justin Edwards. 3 ball from Atlanta. Karis LeVert for the first time misses it. Niang's in as well. Here's Dyson Daniels on the second attempt. Throws it away. Taken away by Jeff Doughton. Here are the Sixers. Doughton downhill, drives up and missed the layup. I think we're severely underrating Justin Edwards. Nice feed by Niang and Okongwu there with the finish. Justin Edwards was a number 3 high school recruit just 1 year ago. This guy can play basketball, and honestly, I didn't even realize at the time that he was a top 3 recruit, but just because he had 1 bad season at Kentucky does not mean that, you know, he's like nobody, you know, like this guy is going to develop very nicely. He's very young. Niang again. Got it. George Niang has been, I told you he was cooking the Warriors last night. Hawks out here on fire. If Maluak from Duke is available, Morey better take him. Yo, I was thinking that earlier today watching the Duke game. I actually thought it was pretty funny. I'm like, what if Daryl Morey does draft this Duke center at number 6? We get the pick and he drafts the center. Edwards misses it, tracks down his own board. Here's Okiki, drives the lane, throws it down in space.
Let's go.
Chuma Okiki. Let's go, man. Shout out to Chuma. Here's George Niang again, off the pick and pop. Bang! Spaces out to the wing, and yo, George Niang is cooking. The minivan. Here's Quentin Grimes behind the back, puts it up from 2, no good. Rebounded by Atlanta, 4 to go here in the first quarter. Daniels, the crossover, the drive, the spin, back the other way, floats it up, got it to go off the soft touch. Sheesh, man. But yeah, Grimes now fulfills that like defensive guard that you need with Maxey. So I think that's perfect. I think Jared McCain can remain the 6th man for now. Then you have Justin Edwards potentially at the 3. So really, you need a power forward, man. Same convo we've had for a while. You need a really good wing or just a guy with some depth at the 4. Or if you want to be ballsy, maybe a center. Yo, we got 100 likes in the chat. Drop the yes sirs, man. Let's go. Wake them up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake him up. Wake him up. Let's go, man. $5 super chat. Brian Pumper. Thank you, my man. He says, yeah, Justin Edwards is basically Amir Coffey 2.0. Colin Murray Boyles is the guy you are describing. Colin Murray Boyles. That name sounds familiar. I've started to dive into a little bit of draft stuff, but not that much yet. Because honestly, I don't want to do a bunch of draft coverage and then the Sixers don't get a first round pick and then I look like an idiot. But I've been watching the tournament. I've been soaking it all in, learning about these guys. Tell you what, VJ Edgecombe though, against Duke today, I like VJ Edgecombe for sure. He'll probably go in the top 5. Looks like our connection's a little bit choppy. I don't understand. I'm trying to fix some things here, but we'll get it worked out. We'll get it worked out. Colin Murray Boyles. I'm going to look him up in a minute. Can you guys still hear me, though? Like, everything is clear, right, on your end? I don't know why my thing is showing like that. That is weird. We got Clint in the chat. What's up, Clint? Thanks for being here, bro. Dropping the yes, sirs. Dom dropping the yes, sirs. Busy B dropping the yes, sirs. Florida on the tournament. McCain's going to be better than Maxey. AG, what's up, bro? Ryan Sprague becoming a channel member. Let's go. Let's go. George Niang has 2 threes in this game already. He's cooking. They're showing Ala Abdel Nabi over here. I don't know why. Power forward for South Carolina. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to look more into him. I have a whole list of prospects to do work on, but haven't got there yet. Just been enjoying the tournament. But yeah, in terms of what I think the Sixers need, I think they need a player who's 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", who can knock down shots, gritty, good defensive mind. That's what they need, man. I don't think they need another guard, but that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys disagree with me. Maybe you disagree. Trae Young coming around his screen. Young going to dribble, drive downhill, and he is fouled. Yeah, I'm going to have to hit up Xfinity tomorrow, man, because they're always playing with me, bro. Guys, like the show, subscribe to the show, get us to 200 likes. We do this every single game, man. Pre-game, live game, post-game. Be sure to follow us on all socials. Join the Discord. They should draft a center, Derek Queen from Maryland. Yo, he was playing good. I like his game. He was playing good basketball. Za, what's going on, man? I have a few things going on, but you're my dude on point. What's up, Ryan? Nice cut by Quentin Grimes. And Grimes going to flush one down. It's a 6-point game. 2:50 to go here in the first quarter. Here's Terrence Mann in for the first time for ATL. Levert, a 3. No can do. Alex Reese back in for Philly. Yo, Alex Reese is here. He's back. Jared Butler in for the first time as well. Ricky Council in as well. Grimes takes a hard hit to the floor. He's going to get right up, though. That's wild. CMB is a defensive monster, crazy rebounder. Grimes going to knock down the first. Here comes O'Shea Brissett. So, honestly, the Sixers are just kind of cycling in these, former draft picks and G League players, just trying to get them some playing time and trying to lose the game, essentially. We know what they're doing. Second one going to be good for Quentin Grimes as well. There's Trae Young. Young dribbling, wings it over to Niang. Niang to the corner. Man drives, baseline, kicks it out. Here's LeVert. LeVert back to T-Man. He pops out. Corner three. Got it to go. Here's Jared Butler, drives downhill. Butler crossing over, kicks it back to Ricky Council. Council driving in, turns, spins. Council. Here's Jared Butler. Butler going to cross over, drive, step back, a two. Can't get it to go. There's Trae Young up top. Young guarded by Brissett. Trae Young now guarded by Quentin Grimes. 9 on the shot clock. We have a 3-second violation. Come on, guys. Hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that like button, bro. Hit that thumbs up right now. We got Sixers trivia coming up here in just a few moments. It's going to be a good one. We have a very good race going on. Sixers trivia. Here's the dribble, the drive. LeVert can't get it to go. Council picks it up to Jared Butler. Oh, behind the back move going all the way in and lays it in with the finger roll. Jared Butler, what a play. What a play for Jared Butler. Trae Young coming around the screen. He's going to dribble, drive. Young goes in, kicks it out. Pump fake in the corner. Here's LeVert. Starts, stops, turns, spins, kicks it. Here's T-Man, 5 on the shot clock. Terrence Mann against Quentin Grimes, trying to back him down, turns to his left, fades off a foot, got it to go. What a play by Terrence Mann. Like the stream, guys. Get active in the comments. Keep us going. T-Man down the other end, couldn't finish it. Hawks get it back. Then he pops out to the corner. Again, this time doesn't go. 8-point lead for Atlanta. Here's Jared Butler. He's going to drive. Go up with the left. Missed it. Hawks save it from going out of bounds. Here's Trae Young. Young at the top, guarded by Jared Butler. 2 seconds separating game and shot clock. Young gets switched on by Alex Reese. Niang kicks it. LeVert pump fake. Oh, yo, he definitely walked. Niang a 3. No good, but he's fouled. Fouled with 4 seconds to go. 148 people in the chat right now. Welcome in. Sunday evening, first of a back-to-back. A very crucial stretch for the Sixers. They play the Hawks, the Pelicans, the Wizards, the Heat, and the Raptors. So welcome in. Thank you all for being here. Please do me a favor. Get active in the chat if you enjoy it. Like the stream. I know it's tough to watch this team, man, but we're not just talking about the Sixers. And like I said, the Sixers don't just dictate our success. They don't dictate our success, man. We're still growing, doing our thing, and we're chopping it up. Trying to get through the rest of the season, man. We'll have some playoff coverage as well. Niang going to knock down a pair. It's 35-24. Council full court heave, no good at the buzzer. That'll take us to the end of one, and you know what that means? It is time for Sixers trivia. Sixers trail at 35-24. All right, man. We got a really tight race going for Sixers trivia. If you get it correct, you're going to hear this sound. It's not about who gets it right. It's about who gets it right first and comments it in the chat correctly. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your keyboards ready. Before I give you guys the question, I do have to let you know it is brought to us by National University, the Sixer Scholars Trivia question. And National University is a nonprofit accredited university offering flexible online schooling. If you're someone trying to balance work life and school, NU is perfect for you because they offer 4 and 8 week online classes that allow you to start sooner and finish faster. They offer 150-degree programs, credentials, and certificates. And most importantly, they understand when you start or return to higher ed, you're not just a student, but a parent, caretaker, employee, and more. So NU gives you the support to balance your life. National University is a veteran-founded university that awarded $50 million plus in scholarships last year. So if you are interested in checking out their flexible curriculum and program offerings, go ahead and click that link down in the live chat or the description right now and get more info today. National University, where you can juggle school with everything else life has to offer. All right, man, it is time to get this question. Now, just so you know, for this question, I want a numerical answer, okay? Number-wise. And you're allowed to go 1 decimal point in. But ladies and gentlemen, if nobody gets it right, we're going to go Price is Right, whoever gets it without going over. So the question is, what is the Sixers' single season record for most rebounds per game in franchise history? Once again, we want a numerical value, a number, not person, number only. Only your first guess will count. Don't look it up. Give me a guess. What is the Sixers' single season record for most rebounds per game in franchise history? Give me your guys' thoughts in the chat. All right, we'll find out who our Sixer scholar is. I'll pull up the other chat here, and we'll get that going right at our next stoppage of possession. O'Shea Brissett gonna drive, floats it up. He's blocked. Hawks try to save it. It goes out of bounds. All right, man. Let's see who our Sixer scholar presented by National University is. So, again, the question is, what is the Sixers single season record for most rebounds per game? And the answer is 24.6 rebounds per game. Again, 24.6 is the answer. Edwards a 3, that's off. So let's see who got it close without going over. I'm going to look at the guesses that were submitted so far. A couple people said 25, but if that is over. And then, by the way, it was Wilt Chamberlain that averaged 24.6 rebounds per game, which is nuts. Other 3 missed by the Sixers. Council gets it back, drives the lane, tried to crafty finish, but he missed it, and then he goes out of bounds. All right, let's see. All right. The correct answer is going to go to Martin, 24.5. 24.5. And it was Wilt Chamberlain who had 24.6 rebounds per game. So shout out to Martin, man. Congratulations. Let's see how many wins Martin has this year. Jared Butler puts it up and he cashes it in. 11-point game now. Sixers falling behind, and there's a dunk on the other end. He was already waiting down there for that. Here's Jared Butler going to spin, drive, kicks it, Council, Edwards. And Edwards is fouled. So that was number 0, Dominic Barlow in for the Hawks, and also Vit Krejci in for the Hawks as well. Drop some dubs in the chat for my guy Martin. Let's see where he's at this season. It's going to be his second trivia win of the campaign. Free throw going to be good for the Sixers. There's the alley-oop from Niang. That one is blocked, swatted away by the Sixers. Here's Ricky Council down the other end. Council going to drive, spin. Council one-on-one against Barlow. Turns, spins, fades. What a move by Ricky. Couldn't get it to go, though. Here come the Hawks. Trae Young going to find Krejci. Kicks it back. Niang spots up. That's off the mark. 12-point lead for the Hawks. Here comes Brissett. Drives all the way, and he's fouled. So our Sixers trivia leaderboard, we have Philly Sports Dylan with 6. We have Lou World and Ego with 5 apiece. Don Boyle, Busy B with 4 apiece, and Jamie with 3. A couple people with 2 as well. So again, we have 11 more games after this one. It is anybody's battle. We're second to knock down the first. Philly Sports is dang lower than I expected. Yeah, Wilt was different, bro. It's still crazy to average 24 rebounds a game, though. Still pretty crazy, man, when you think about it. But obviously a different game then. Different game, different style. I think he had like 3 or 4 seasons over, actually maybe even more, over 20 boards. But that was back in 1965. All right, man. Shout out to the members. Appreciate y'all being here. Hit the thumbs up button. Sixers down by 10. Right now it's Jared Butler, Justin Edwards, O'Shea Brissett, Ricky Council, and Alex Reese. There's Justin Edwards going to find Brissett. Drives downhill. Kicks it back. Reese up to Edwards. Edwards, the crossover. He lost control of it, but it went off the foot of Dominic Barlow. Butler going to drive in, misses the layup. 3 minutes into the second quarter, here's Terrence Mann. Wings it to the corner. 3-ball, Krejci, missed it. Hawks get it back, and one, Dominic Barlow. He gets fouled on the wrists. He's going to the line for one more. What do you guys think? Are the Sixers going to finish with the 5th best odds for the Tankathon? Where do you predict they'll finish? Do you think they'll be number 5, 6, or 7? 5, 6, or 7? What do you guys think? Or maybe a different answer. Here's Justin Edwards going to find Ricky Council. Council up to Butler. Butler dumps it off. Brissett up to Ricky. Ricky crossing over. Drives, spins. Ricky fades. Got it. Council coming off a really good game last game. He's off to a good start. Here's a 3 from Atlanta. That's no good. But they track it down. 3-ball. And that is money. It was Vit Krejci. 45-31 Hawks lead it. Going just as planned. Here's Ricky, finds Brissett. Brissett crossing over. Drives all the way in, and he draws the foul on Krejci. Let's see what the score's looking like over there on that Illinois game. I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably watching March Madness. Kentucky's winning by 11 right now. Second to miss the first free throw. So not looking too hot for a couple NBA prospects over there at Illinois. The guy Jakunis, he's got 5 points and 4 turnovers. Ew. And Will Riley's 1 for 6. PA native. Will Riley's also a draft prospect. Dang, Illinois is getting clamped up. (45-32). Did he make those free throws or miss? My bad, I wasn't even looking. He went 1 for 2. 7:45 here in the second. The dribble, the drive, kicks it. Niang for 3. Got it. George Niang is cooking. He's sticking his tongue out. This guy is cooking, man. Cooking, bro. Oh my gosh. How you get cooked by George Niang? Butler kicks it out. Corner 3, Edwards. Wow, man, he's on fire. Yo, Justin Edwards is going to be a good player. Justin Edwards is a hell of a player, man. 48-35 is our score. Hawks lead it. This is the Sixers Game Day Live Show presented by National University. Welcome on in. Yeah, I'm convinced on Justin Edwards. I think he's going to be cooking, man, for years to come. 6 for your question earlier. I don't know if a 6th pick does it for me, man. I think we need like the 4th pick. We need a high pick. We need a high draft pick. NZ says I jinxed him. Yeah, I think you did, NZ. I think you did, because from what I just saw, Illinois is getting clamped up. All right, here's another question. Another fun question for the chat. What team do you think is most likely to get upset in the first round of the playoffs? What team in the NBA playoffs, let's say the season ended today, what team is most likely to get upset in the NBA playoffs first round? Like, it's hard for me to count like a 4-5 upset, so I'm not thinking about 4-5 matchups. But honestly, the 2 picks that I would have right now in the Eastern Conference, I would say the New York Knicks. I think the Knicks are likely to get upset, and it would be funny if it was by the Detroit Pistons. Tobias revenge. But the other team in the West, I think I would probably pick like the Houston Rockets to get upset if they were like the 2 or 3 seed. I think the Rockets would get upset, and I think the Knicks would get upset. If Edwards doesn't start, he will be in the rotation. Yeah, he's a really good player. And it's not every day that you draft, or that you don't even have to draft a guy who's a top 3 high school recruit. So I like Justin Edwards. Let's see. Busy Bee says Knicks. Timberwolves easily. I don't think the Timberwolves are going to be a favorite, though. I don't think they're going to be a favorite. Bucks, Cavs, Knicks, Magic. Magic are not going to be a favorite. Houston, one and done. Rockets are doing the upsetting. The Rockets are going to be a favorite, most likely. Depending on how it finishes, though, of course. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Dyson Daniels going to find Onyeka Okongwu, Karis LeVert in the game, Vit Krejci, and Zachary Rizachet. Okongwu going to drive in, kick back. And Okongwu with the push-off is going to be a foul. Tell you what, the couple top picks in this draft for what they said was a very weak draft class are actually starting to play a lot better. Zachary Rizashea and Alex Sarr, but still a lot of developmental work to be done there. Like I said, Jared McCain would have ran away with the Rookie of the Year. It's really sad he got injured. Yabu going to turn, spin, go up, and puts it through. We should have known when Jared McCain got hurt after how the season started that this just was not the year. Here's Karis LeVert. LeVert guarded by Justin Edwards. LeVert going to dribble, drive downhill, beats him to the cup, but can't get it. The fault rolls right off the rim. 11-point lead for Atlanta. Here's Yabusele posting up. Yabu turns, dishes to the corner. Butler, Edwards, a three. Off the mark. Sixers get it back. Jared Butler pops a three. That's no good. Here's a third attempt. Okeke, Brissett, Edwards thinking. Now drives, floats it up from about 6 feet. Missed it again. Ala Abdelnaby at Duke University averaged 8.5 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, 3 straight Final Fours. Well, shout out to Ala. Here's V. Krejci, the pump fake, the drive all the way, slams it down with the two-handed flush. .525 here in the second quarter. Edwards going to find Yabu. Goes right in. Can't finish the layup. Man, what is up with Yabusele? This guy looks like he's falling off the map. 3-ball LeVert, and it's money. A 16-point game. Yabu grabs the back of his head in disbelief. He's like, I can't believe I missed the layup like that. The tankathon's in full effect, man. Yo, drop the tank emojis in the chat. Drop the tank emojis in the chat. Do me a favor, if you guys are still rocking with me, if you've been rocking with me all season, drop OG in the chat. I want to know where the OGs are, man. I want to know where the OGs are in the chat. Drop the OGs in here, man. I just want to remind you guys that we're constantly going to keep doing these shows to the rest of the season. So I would appreciate it if you guys could hit the like button. Sixers content's not really flowing through YouTube right now, so need you guys to help push this out to more people. It's not easy talking about a team that constantly, is out here trying to lose games. I've never been in this situation covering this team, and it's not fun. So I don't want them to tank. Like, that's like overall when I think about the team. No, I don't want it to get to this point. But at this point, I want them to tank because we need that draft pick. But it's not fun. None of this is fun. All right. The last 4.5 years that I've been covering this team, I've had the opportunity to go through a lot of the dramas, right? Simmons, Harden, Tobias, all of it, right? Even with how frustrating those things were, like the Sixers were still making the playoffs, still gave us a shot, right? I mean, this year, it is hard to talk about this team. It is hard to talk about this team, man. This is not easy. But anyway, man. So all that to say, appreciate you being here. Help us push this content out. Let's see. We got Clint in the chat, OG, Busy BOG, play-by-play with JJ. What's up, bro? What's up, JJ? Thanks for being here, man. Shout out to my guy, JJ. Definitely go check him out. Dom OG. We got Lamont OG, AG, Sack OG, Joe OG. TMB says, when I get a bank account, I'm becoming a member. Shout out to the members. If you guys want to become a member, hit that link pinned in the chat. Get the emojis. Join in on the tankathon. We got Ryan Sprague, OG. Let's go, man. Guys, I played basketball yesterday for the first time this year. since it started getting nice out again. Takes a lot out of you. Yo, the Sixers might as well call me up, man. The way I was playing yesterday, man, oh my gosh. You guys might as well call me up to come in for a 10-day. If you run out of eligibility with like Alex Reese and Jalen Hood-Schifino. By the way, that's why Hood-Schifino's not playing today. They don't want to run out of eligibility. Edwards drives, floats it up. He's fouled and one. And one. Yes, sir. And one. Shout out to Justin Edwards, man. Let's go, bro. But yeah, so to be quite honest with you, if Jalen Hood-Schifino and Alex Reese run out of eligibility and the Sixers want to call me up and I'll go in there and I'll take a couple charges and put up a couple shots. I mean, you might as well, I'll help the tank. You know what I mean? I got you, nurse. You don't have to tell me. I know. I'll tank. It's all good, man. LeVert going to drive, kick back. Here's Dyson Daniels. Daniels spins on a pivot. Here's Vit Krejci. Back to Daniels. Dyson Daniels going to step back from deep three. Off the back rim. Hawks track down the board. It is crazy how the Sixers are constantly the worst rebounding team I've ever seen in my life. And it's been like this for 5 years, at least. Here's a pull-up from Karis LeVert. Gets it to go. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. When was the last time the Sixers had a really good rebounder? When's the last time the Sixers had a guy that was invested in rebounding the basketball? Because I feel like for the last 10 years, they've been playing with frickin' Joel Embiid and two guards and two wings. They've had these wonky fits in the lineup as Okongwu drills another three. Hawks are cooking. Like, who was the last good rebounder? Because, look, I'll be honest with you, man. Joel Embiid, he'll get you 10 rebounds a game, but he's not a good rebounder. Like, it's not his... He's not invested in rebounding. Part of that is his knee injuries, and part of it is he does everything else for the team, and he's asked to be the MVP, so that's kind of on the back burner, right? But I feel like for years we've been playing with, like, Danny Green at the 3 and Robert Covington at the 4. Like, when's the last time we had a freaking dog, bro? I've been saying Aaron Gordon for years now. Like, we need an Aaron Gordon. We need an Aaron Gordon. I'm tired of playing without a good rebounder. Anyway, that's my rant. When's the last time we had a good rebounder, though? I'm trying to think, honestly. I don't know. And that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. And I'm talking about a starter, by the way, not like not like some good bench guy that gets like 4 rebounds a game. Like an actual starting player for the Sixers that was like a really invested rebounder. I'll give Yabu credit. Like, he tries for sure. I knew he wasn't going to be a good rebounder, but he's already impressed me in like a lot of other ways. LeVert off balance again. Man, Karis is cooking. KG says Daryl Dawkins, Moses, Chuck, Mutombo. I mean, the fact that we got to go that far back is crazy. Yabu missed a layup. Yo, what's up with Gershon, man? Is he tank? Oh, behind the back, Reza Shea. Wow. Highlight play. Da-da-da. What a move by Zachary Reza Shea. He went one hand behind the back and then threw it down. Had the whole bench jumping. Yabu a 3. That's off the mark. Okiki the rebounder. He gets it back. Going up, second attempt. Blocked by Dyson Daniels. Trae Young tried a no-look, then he shot up the quick alley-oop and he overthrew it. Bro. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just, I mean, look, like I said, I want them to lose. Like, this is the best outcome, but, bro, they're getting slaughtered out here. Okiki for 3. Got it. Yeah, bro, honestly, might be, I don't know, Mutombo maybe. That's crazy, man. Sixers really don't value rebounding, just like the Eagles didn't value the linebacker position. Isn't it funny? Eagles didn't value the linebacker position. Then they get Zach Bond, who has the best year in the NFL. And the guy makes himself $17 million a year and was an integral part of the defense. Like, sometimes you have to not overthink things, man. Just go out and get a rebounder, man. This team pains me. And you know what's really crazy is, like, I'm offering up this advice. Like, y'all should be paying me millions of dollars. They should be paying you guys millions of dollars. If we can see this and we can tell them this stuff, what are the guys in the front office doing that are getting paid millions of dollars to figure out these problems? You know what I'm saying? Grimes a 3. He drills it. Like, if I was making millions of dollars to make NBA decisions, dude, I would not sleep for like 5 days. Like, I'd be so intent on trying to make my money's worth. Like, it's crazy, bro. But then you got Daryl Morey asking Chat GPT about constructing the roster. So this team is insane. What a block by Jeff Doughton on Karis LeVert. Nice hand there by Doughton. Grimes again, the hesitation, drives downhill, up again, missed the layup. Sixers down by 12, 1:08 to go in the first half. Dyson Daniels spots up for 3, and the Hawks are cooling down a bit. Rick Bennett, what's up, brother? Longest standing channel member, Rick Bennett, in the house. Hope you're doing well, Rick. Thanks for being here, man. Doughton the fadeaway. I'm getting tired of Jeff Doughton looking like a damn all-star when the season's over. Where was this Jeff Doughton when we needed him? Karis LeVert fouled en route to the bucket. Charles Bassey. Bassey was a good rebounder, but he was a backup. Then we cut him anyway, just like we cut Isaiah Joe. I can't believe this team cut Charles Bassey and Isaiah Joe to sign Dwayne Dedmon. I mean, you want to talk about pain? You want to talk about suffering? Trae Young floats it up mid-range. That one rolls off. No good. Quentin Grimes, guarded by Zachary Riza-Shea. 15 seconds to go here in the first half. Sixers have crawled back to make it a 10-point game. Grimes, beat him off the dribble. He laid it in. Nurse looks flabbergasted. What did they even call? Did they call a travel? Did they call a travel? I didn't even hear what they called. Yes, Daniels all the way.
Sir.
Sixers have no defense, man. Doughton at the buzzer, no good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Sixers Game Day Live. 180 people in here. The fact that we have 180 people watching this show right now is amazing. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate every one of you. 150 likes. Get us to 200, man. Do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us everywhere. And give me one word in the chat right now to describe this game. One word in the chat to describe this game right now. Sum up the entire game in one word. This is the Sixers Game Day Live show presented by National University. Be sure to check out our partners at National. Hawks lead at 64-52. $10 super chat from the GOAT, Rick Bennett. The GOAT. Rick Bennett, the GOAT. Thank you, man. $10 super chat. He says, I don't have faith in the Sixers. They will screw up Grimes and let him walk. So just to answer that real quick, Rick, I did make a video a couple days ago talking about the Grimes situation. If they screw up Quentin Grimes and don't re-sign him, I might have to officially change up this channel. I might have to start covering a different team, because if you're that blindsided and you're just that I'm trying to think of a respectful term. If you're just that unaware of your own situation and you don't re-sign this guy, by the way, in case you didn't watch the video, the only team that can lure Quentin Grimes away most likely from the Sixers is the Brooklyn Nets. And they can offer him as much money as they want. Now, are the tanking Nets going to offer Quentin Grimes $25 million a year? Probably not. Would they offer him $18 million? Maybe. Now, again, the Sixers can match any offer that Quentin Grimes gets. So if they don't re-sign him, it's because they don't want to. Simple as that. Simple as that. Why is my scoreboard not working, bro? All right, guess we got to get that figured out. What the heck? All right, man. They don't want to see us win. But anyway, so that's my take on that, Rick. If they don't pay Grimes, it's because they don't want to. Like, I'm sorry. Even if the Nets pay Grimes, let's say $19 million a year, that contract is going to be very valuable in a couple years. That contract is going to be very valuable in a couple years. So you have to match whatever Grimes gets. But anyway, that's my take on that. But I agree with you, Rick. I don't have faith until they show me. All right, one word to describe this game. One word to describe this game. All right, let's go back to the dictionary. Synonym for worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's see. I forget that word we had last time. All right, I got the word. I want to use tonight, man. What a perfect definition. So my word of the night is contretemps. 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 As you can tell, I've ran out of words to use for what I've seen this season, but contretemps, here's what it means. An unexpected and unfortunate occurrence. That is a perfect way to describe the 2024-25 Philadelphia 76ers. An unexpected and unfortunate occurrence. So there you go. Contretemps. We all just learned a new word. That's my word, man. All right. What do we got in the chat? Contretemps. That's my word. Sacrifice, says Dom. Stuck. Nauseous. Tankathon. Cluster. I wish I was more hopeful. We all do, man. We all do. It's all right, man. We're doing what we can. We're doing what we can, but it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, man, I know everybody's tired of watching this team. Oh, wait, Dom had another word up here. What do you say? Enervative? Wow, that's a good word. What does that mean? Enervative. Dom always comes through with the vocab, man. If we had a vocab award, it would go to Dom Boyle. Enervative. Drained of energy or vitality. What a word, man. Dom, you're the man. Brad Peace's remnant, trace or remnant of something that is disappearing or no longer exists. There you go. All right, I'm going to take a halftime break. Guys, please get this to 200 likes. Help us push this content around. My question to you is, and this is a very serious question, okay? This is a very serious question, and I need an honest answer. This is the most serious question I've had of the night. Did Daryl Morey use ChatGPT to sign Paul George this offseason? Did Daryl Morey go on ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT if he should sign Paul George? Yes or no? Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to go on ChatGPT right now. And I'm going to ask him. Let's see. ChatGPT. If Paul George was a free agent this season, should I sign him? Paul George, as of the 2024 season, is still a valuable player, though there are a few factors to consider before signing him. Number one, skill set and performance. George has been in the playoffs multiple times and has proven to be capable of performing in big moments, but his performances can be inconsistent. Paul George has had injury issues over the years, including shoulder surgeries and knee problems. If you're considering him, you need to factor in his injury history and how that might impact his availability. Team fit, position and role, cap space and contract. If you're a team in need of a playoff push and have cap flexibility, signing George could be a good move, but it might limit future flexibility. Oh my gosh, man. I'm cracking up, yo. I'm cracking up. I'm sorry, bro. That's funny. That's funny, man. Is it funny? Maybe not. Paul George would likely demand a hefty salary due to his pedigree. If you have the cap space, this could be worth it, but you need to balance his salary with the rest of your roster. Dang, bro. Yeah, I'm starting to think Daryl Morey did ask ChatGPT. That's beautiful. All right, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say about this team, but that was some good humor, man. That was some good humor. Do I think Philly wins? No. And I don't think they're trying to win. Asia Roberson, member for 48 months. Asia, thank you so much for being a Fire Take GOAT. Shout out to Asia in the chat. Said, hey, RB, you're the GOAT. Nah, you're the GOAT, Asia. You're the GOAT. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we'll be back in just a minute. We'll get ready for this second half coming up. All right, man. We are back. We are back. Sixer Game Day Live presented by National University. Welcome on in. Second half coming up. We know what the objective is. See if they can execute it. Let's go flip over to this other game real quick. See what the score is. Got Alabama beating St. Mary's at halftime. Colorado State and Maryland. Kentucky's up by 11 with under 6 to play. Yeah, about 5.5 to go. So we'll see if Kentucky can hold on. That is crazy that Coach Cal's still in the tournament, though. Shout out to Coach Calipari. All right, here we go. Starting the second half. Edwards drives in, missed it. Yabu put it up, and he was fouled. So Yabu going to the charity stripe for a pair. Shout out to my members. Shout out to my mods. RB, what do you think is the realistic chance that this team ever competes again in the Embiid era? Is this the end of the Sixers' current era? Seriously depressing season. Sixers are cursed. It's a good question. Do you want my real answer? Because if I give my answer, I feel like people are going to get all negative Nancy in the chat. But honestly, my real answer to that is I think it's very slim at this point. I think it's a very slim chance. Because again, as Yabu going to miss the second one, 1 for 2. This was supposed to be the season, like the last hoorah. This was supposed to be where we go all in and push our chips into the middle of the table and try to, get that championship or at least make a deep run. And it has been as bad as you can think. And Joel Embiid, you know what? I'm going to give another answer in a second once I have a stoppage here as Edwards throws it away. Hawks flying up the floor. Trae Young, oops, it slammed down. Who is that? By Muhammad Gay. Hawks steal it away. Another one by Daniels. Oh, he missed a dunk. He missed a wide open dunk. Dyson Daniels with a shacked in the fool. And Doughton lays it in on the other end. Yo, Dyson Daniels really messed that up. Don't let me forget, I have another part to my answer on that question. Trae Young tried to wing it into the paint. It was stolen away and then a foul. Here's my other part to that question. The fact that we don't know. The fact that we don't know when Joel Embiid is getting surgery. We don't know if Joel Embiid is getting surgery is crazy. Like the fact that they haven't given us any updates. You shut him down for the season and you don't know if he's getting surgery. It's unbelievable. So that's another thing I'm mad about with this Sixers team. No clarity at all. Grimes going to miss the shot. Doughton tried to crash and tap it in, couldn't get it to go. I just don't understand what the plan is with Embiid. Dyson Daniels for 3, off the mark. Grimes going to dump it. Here's Okeke. Here's Jeff Doughton going to pull up a 3, and that goes. Back to a 10-point game. But anyway, man, like the fact that the Sixers, like, what are they going to do? Let Joel Embiid get surgery in a month, and then they're going to give away another month of recovery? He's not even going to be ready for next season. I mean, it's not looking good at all. And there's no clarity with this situation. I can't stand it anymore. Jeff Doughton going to cross over, drive downhill, backdoor cut. Okeke met at the rim. Yabu the board and taps it in. Down to an 8-point game. This guy was in my DMs the other day coming at me because he said I'm an Embiid hater. I'm like, dude, I've been the biggest Embiid guy there is, but facts are facts. It's not a good situation. As Zachary Riza-Shea going to drain one from the Oppo corner, puts Atlanta back up by double digits. He's been playing some really good ball as the season has went on, and now the Hawks take it away again. Trae Young oops it up, and Riza-Shea there to slam it down. Dude, the Sixers just get bullied every game. They get bullied every game, man. I think the only way that the 76ers should get rewarded for having to go through this season is by getting Cooper Flag. Agree or disagree? Agree or disagree? Let's check back in on this other game real quick. Check back in. Also, Maryland, Derek Queen, he could be a top 10 pick for sure. He's playing really good ball. A lot of good draft prospects on. If you guys are new to the college basketball scene, March Madness is the way to go. You know, watch some of these really high intensity games. Watch how these guys play together. You know, watch some of the future prospects. Like, you're seeing the best of the best for the most part. But yeah, man. Maryland's down early, though. Jeez. Dang, Colorado State's playing well. Yeah, it looks like Kentucky's got him on the ropes. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I was watching the Duke-Baylor game earlier. Like, Cooper Flag is so good. I feel like he hasn't even tapped into, like he hasn't even needed to turn it up to another gear. Does that make sense? Like, he's just out there. He sees the game so well. He sees the game so freaking well. Makes the right play every single time. Now, it is annoying that 2 of the top 5 picks in the draft, most likely, Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey, are not in the tournament because they played at Rutgers, and Rutgers was terrible this year. I do question a little bit of their team not being able to make the tournament, but when you look at their roster, and as a fellow Rutgers alum, like, yeah, I mean, their team stunk. I don't know why they both went to Rutgers together, but it's pretty weird. Flag will be gone by the time the Sixers pick. Sixers playing normal style. Your fans are funny when you lose. Yeah, we want to tank. When you win, yeah, we beat those bums. We definitely don't say that. So that was just an idiotic comment. But yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody has said that in the last several months. We all want to lose. We want to tank every game. That's what we've been doing. So that was just a bad comment. Sixers down by 13. Here is Quentin Grimes going to step back. Grimes finds Yabu in the post. Yabu turns, goes up with it, tried to throw it down. He was fouled by Onyeka Okongwu. Robert Down says young players can make them competitive while Embiid is still here. I just don't know if Embiid can play a full season or not. Never has. And I don't even know if he's going to get back on the floor. It's crazy, man. We got a coach's challenge on the floor. While we're waiting for that, just want to let you guys know again to shout out to BetUS TV, partnered with them. Definitely go check out their site for all your daily sports news and coverage. All right, go check them out for the latest sports news. Shout out to BetUS TV. Go follow their socials, right? Instagram, Twitter. Go check them out. And shout out to BetUS TV for being with the channel. $2 super chat, Philly for life. What's up, bro? Says, sorry I'm late. How are we tanking RB? Downton going off. Nah, he's not really, man. Not really. He's having I'm not going to say a cold night, just not that aggressive. Edwards is playing well, but that's about it. Sixers are playing no defense, no rebounding, none of it. Just because you have not heard it doesn't mean it wasn't said. Yeah, I mean, at least in here, that has not been said. Just because you see one fan with a Joel Embiid profile picture on Twitter say that doesn't mean that is how the fan base feels. So, do you want to make the playoffs? Nah. No, I don't. We're not making the playoffs, so. At one point in time, everybody was like, hey, all we got to do is get healthy for March and April. All we have to do is get healthy for March and April. They're like, yeah, we're making the play-in, man. We're making the play-in tournament. That's not happening, bro. Dang, Kentucky might be folded here. 6-point game. But we have to watch the Sixers, man. How much time's left? Minute 23. Shout out to the chat, man. Get us to 200 likes. We're almost there. Let's see what they call this. It's going to be a successful challenge. Hawks are going to have the basketball. No foul. Don Boyle gifting a Philly Take membership. Let's go! Drop some MVPs in the chat for my guy Don Boyle. Muhammad Gay going to find Dyson Daniels, floats it up, no good, out of bounds. Sixers touched it last, staying with Atlanta. Let's go, members. Drop those MVPs. I know it's hard to watch this team, but we have people showing love to others in the chat. You got to support them. $2 super chat, Philly for life. What's up, bro? What's this boy saying, RB, that we don't want to tank? Yeah, pretty much he said that we're back and forth every game, which is not true. We all have been trying to tank. We all want to tank. We know what the goal is. So I don't know where he's coming in here with that information. Quentin Grimes going to find Justin Edwards. Edwards turns, spins, and then he's plucked again. Yo, Dyson Daniels is insane. Reza Shea met at the rim by Okiki. And then a foul on the follow-up attempts. Holy crap, yo. How many steals is that? 5 steals. I told you guys before the game that Dyson Daniels is leading the NBA in steals, 3 per game. He's already got 5 in this game. And yeah, he's probably going to win most improved player or maybe defensive player of the year or at least first team all defense. All NBA. Yeah, first team all defense because he's unbelievable. Glad he's having a bounce back year. Reza Shea fouled and won. See, Dyson Daniels, that's like a perfect pickup, you know? The big highlight of that trade was DeJounte Murray, and right now it looks like the Hawks have won that trade because Dyson Daniels has improved on both sides of the ball. He was a guy that came into the NBA, maybe not fit, maybe not in the right shape, but he's put on some muscle mass. He's gotten quicker. He's worked on his touch offensively, and defensively, he's going crazy, man. Hawks storm back. They're on an 11-0 run. Yabusele, Grimes spots up a 3. That's short. Yo, Grimes is in jail tonight. I'm not even going to lie to you. I know he's got 11 points, but Grimes is getting locked up by Dyson Daniels. Rob says, I read that Embiid is considering platelet-rich plasma treatment. It sounds promising with other alternative treatments. Well, you know what I've heard, Rob? I heard the team tell us a week ago that we'd get an update on Joel Embiid, and they never gave us one. So whatever it is, Joel Embiid better figure it out soon. You don't want to wait. Do whatever you have to do. Try to revive his knee, and if you can't, then I don't know. Karis LeVert to the corner. Reza Shea again. Can't get it to fall this time. Here's Chuma Okeke. 6:50 to go in the third. Okeke at the wing. Here's Quentin Grimes. Grimes crossing over. Crossing back. Grimes kicks it to the corner. Okeke missed it. Tracks down his own board. Turns, spins, kicks it back. Doughton spots up a trifecta. No good. Tell you guys what, man. If the Sixers weren't in an insane tank battle right now, I don't know how I'd be watching these games. Yabu steals it away. Hawks take it right back. Reza Shea all the way in and gets it to fall. Yo, I've never seen a team get bullied like this so much, man. They're like the big bully. We're like the little brother. As Grimes goes all the way to the rack, puts one in. Halfway through the third, 81-62 is our score. Here's Okongwu going to find Reza Shea. Turns, backdoor. Bro, or like, I don't even know what to say, bro. I don't even know what to say. Like, obviously, they're getting the job done here, but, like, bro, y'all aren't even going to try to play defense? You're not even going to try to play defense? Like, dang, just tell me you gave up. Just forfeit the game. Edwards floats it up. Too much on that. It's out of bounds, staying with Philly. 185 likes. We need 15 more. Get us to the big 200. By the way, we got a back-to-back, so if you're a real diehard, we'll be here tomorrow night as well as the Sixers take on the Pelicans. We do this every single game all year long. Pre-game, live game, and post-game coverage. Every single game, 82 games. We're right here locked and loaded. Here's the inbound to Ricky Council. 13 on the shot clock. Ricky, guarded by Daniels, kicks it to Grimes. Grimes over Reza Shea. And he nails the 3. Good shot by Quentin Grimes. Good recognition to pull up. Probably was the best look he was going to get. Daniels kicks it. Reza Shea in the corner. Answers right back. We're getting shredded right now, man. Quentin Grimes wants another one. Doesn't get it to go. Hawks pick it up. Reza Shea up the floor, took a hard hit. Grimes takes it back. Grimes going to drive, kicks. Edwards from the wing. Got it. Got it. Justin Edwards puts it through. See if my damn scoreboard works now, man. What's going on? Other miss by Atlanta. What the heck, man? I like how the scoreboard just like disappeared. All right, guess we're rocking with the scoreboard for now. Rob says you're a professional, RB. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Grimes going to knock down the first. David says, sorry, I'm out. All right, Dave. Thanks for being here, man. Help a community out. 15 more likes. We got to get it there, man. Let's wake up the damn neighbors. Let's wake them up. Let's help push this show out to more viewers. At this point, we're all psychotic watching this team. Grimes going to hit another free throw. 2 for 2 at the stripe. 4:15 to go here in the third. Daniels going to find Dominic Barlow. Barlow going to hand it off to Karis LeVert. LeVert going to wing it to the corner. There's Terrence Mann. Mann down low. Daniels back to T-Man. Puts it up and hits. 18-point lead for the Atlanta Hawks. Grimes going to hand it off to Justin Edwards again. Edwards at the top. Swings it to Brissett. Brissett pops up a three. That one is short. Here come the Atlanta Hawks. T-Man going to drive down the lane. T-Man, they leave him wide open. 3-ball, short. Hawks get a rebound. Yo, Sixers are getting bullied on the glass. Barlow fouled. Wow. Haven't seen a team get bullied like this in a while. Looks like Kentucky's going to beat Illinois. So Jack Kunis will officially go to the draft. Will Riley as well. Let's see, Alabama's up by 10. All the good teams are making it this year, which I like. Like how most of the good teams are making it deep. All right, Sixer Nation, do me a favor if you're in the chat right now. Drop some blue and red. Drop some blue and red. I need to see who's still in here from Sixer Nation, man. Drop some blue and red in the chat. Members, drop those emojis. Drop those emojis in the chat. Sixer emojis. 3-ball Ricky Council. It's off by a year. Dude, Ricky Council's an interesting player. Ricky is an interesting player. Like, this guy gets tunnel vision like no other. He just starts jacking up shots. He's like the guy you play with at the basketball court. You're like, yo, pass the ball, bro. He's like, nah, I got this. ISO, and then he pulls it up from 50 feet. There's a 3 from LeVert. That's off the mark. 20-point gap in this game. Grimes down the floor working against George Niang. Bang, bang, Niang. Traded with LeVert at the deadline. Butler floats it in. Back door. Hey, we got the chat lighting up blue and red. Let's go. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. Trae Young floats it up, and he's fouled as well. So many fouls, man. Let's go. We need 10 more likes, man. Get us to 200. Get us there. Get us there. We got another college game coming on in a minute. Iowa State, Ole Miss. Then the night game is Michigan State, New Mexico, and then Oregon and Arizona. So we have some good games coming on tonight. That Michigan State game is going to be good. It's going to be a really good game against New Mexico. Richard Pitino. That's crazy that Richard Pitino made it farther than Rick Pitino. It's crazy, man. Tom Izzo, Richard Pitino. It's going to be a good matchup. Wow, look at that big scratch on Niang's arm. Scratched the heck out of him. Yo, Niang's chirping right now. He's chirping Grimes. Grimes is chirping back at Niang. Grimes gonna knock it down. Yo, we got George Niang and Quentin Grimes chirping. Grimes playing extra hard now. Sixers are in a zone. Trae Young for 3, and he drills it. And Niang's talking smack. Yo. Oh my gosh. 20-point game for the Hawks. Oh, Grimes tried to cook him. Niang takes it away. Niang, Trae Young. Pump fakes, now pulls a 3 and hits it again. And Grimes' mitt. Niang's talking so much smack right now. Niang's talking hella smack. These guys are getting handsy now. What in the world? Butler fouled. Niang talking so much work right now. Oh my gosh, yo. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Shout out to my guy, George Niang, friend of the show. Shout out to George, man. Appreciate him. $2 super chat, Philly for life. He says, Trae Young looks like a hobo. He always grows out that beard, man. He always grows that thing out. I have a feeling Trae Young is going to be traded soon. But yeah, that's actually how I made a connection with George Niang. He was talking smack to me in DMs, bro. George Niang is crazy. He will talk smack to anybody. Niang for 3. Hits it again. The Sixers are getting cooked by Bang Bang Niang. He doesn't stop. He's still talking work. What happened now? And we got a tech on George Niang. Now Niang's going at the ref. He's getting held back by Karis LeVert. We got a T on Bang Bang Niang. The minivan. Teed up. It's going to be Grimes shooting the free throw. We have some drama here in this game. Grimes misses the free throw. That's the first one he missed. He was 8 for 8. Are you kidding me? You got to love how this guy talks this much smack on a losing team. You got to love it. I mean, you got to respect it. You have to respect it. Oh, Niang just grabbed the heck out of Brissett. Brissett driving all the way. He's fouled en route to the basket. Niang getting pissed now. He's getting mad. Dang, yo. Quentin Grimes was talking hella trash to Niang. Then he got cooked. Dude, I love George Niang, man. I'm not just saying that because he came on my show, but he's a dog, man. Sixers should have never let him go. Sixers should not let him go. He was a good shooter while he was here. Yeah, he was slow as heck, but look, man, he tried his best. Man was on a championship team, potentially got traded to Atlanta. Now he just talks smack even more. All right, guys, we need 7 more likes. Hit that like button. Get us to 200. Trae Young starts, stops, runs into Ricky Council, turns, spins. Wow, he just walked 5 steps. Where's the travel? LeVert, Dominic Barlow for 3, and he hits it. It is a bloodbath here in Atlanta. Dude, that was a freaking walk. Bro walked like 5 steps. Council to the rim, and he's fouled. Yeah, these Hawks guys are getting feisty, man. Ricky's down on the ground now. Ricky's grimacing hard. Hit his elbow. He's going to get himself ejected. He might. He doesn't care, though. He's just living the dream. He's out there doing his thing. How old is George Niang now? Like 30? 28? 103.79. 43-17 bench points is Dom. That is crazy. Hey, at least the Sixers are officially tanking and they're not trying to win games. At least they're not trying to win games. Trae Young flies to the rim, right past everybody. Alex Reese doesn't even try to defend him. 28 seconds to go here in the third. Jared Butler, they all collapsed. O'Shea Brissett going to find Chuma Okeke. Back to Ricky. Ricky with the left, now the right. Turns, drives. Ricky puts it up. Got it to go. Nice shot. Here's Trae Young. Going to pump fake. Walks again. No call. Are they not calling travels? Barlow taps it in at the buzzer, and they're going to count it. They're going to count it. Dude, how is Trae Young getting away with the most blatant travels I've ever seen in my life? Nobody even went for the rebound. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I'm not mad that the Sixers are, losing this game, but like, bro, nobody even tried to rebound the ball at the end. And Trae Young just walked. He walked like 4 times in a row. That was crazy, man. That's wild, man. Trae Young gets a crazy whistle. But anyway, before we get back into it here in the fourth quarter, got to let you guys know once more about our great partners at National University. Guys, go check out National University, man. They're a nonprofit accredited university offering flexible online schooling programs. Maybe you're someone that's trying to go back to, school, get a degree part-time while you're working or, taking care of a family, whatever it is. National University is for you. Look no further. They offer 4 and 8-week online classes that allow you to start soon and finish fast. They offer 150-degree programs, credentials, and certificates. They understand that you have all these responsibilities in your life. They try to give you the resources to support you. And National University is a veteran-founded university that awarded $50 million plus in scholarships last year. Matter of fact, they have a new scholarship coming up very soon. So go check out their link, check out their info. Hey, maybe you can get some assistance, some aid, and go back and get that degree that you always wanted. So if you're interested in checking out their curriculums and program offerings, click that link down in the live chat. Get more info today. National University, where you can juggle school with everything else life has to offer. Appreciate them being a partner on the show. Yo, man, that was a blatant travel, man. That was a blatant travel, what I just saw. 160 people in the chat. We need 3 more likes. Who is going to get us to 200? Who is going to get us to the big 200? Why did Niang say that to Grimes? Wait till Joel gets back. You're going to be in the corner. Did he say that? I didn't really see what he said, but Niang was going crazy. Niang was going crazy, man. He was going at his neck. Like, dang, bro. Chill, George. You know we're tanking. Barlow drives. He's fouled. 11:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hey, at least the Sixers are going to tie up the tanking race here. They're going to tie up the tankathon. And we have a game tomorrow night. Do the Nets play tomorrow night? Let's see. Who do the Nets play tomorrow night? Free throw is good. 108-82. Oh, man. They play the Mavericks? Bruh. Nets play the Mavs tomorrow. We play the Pelicans. That's tough. Edwards puts one up and he drills it. 108-84. George Niang going to pull up a triple. That one is off the mark. Ricky Council going downhill. Floats it up. Missed it. Said all he will ever be is a role player. That's messed up. Trey again. Oh my gosh. Justin Edwards catches, kicks it up. Okeke for three. Off the mark again. Reese the board, taps it in. 111-86. Guys, this is tough to watch, man. Another steal by the Sixers. Here they come. Jared Butler driving all the way. Council goes up. Got it. And one. Ricky. Yes, sir. Drop the ones in the chat, man. Drop the ones. And we have 200 likes. Let's go. As Council hits the free throw. Yes, sir. Drop the yes, sirs, man. Drop them in the chat. Wake them up. Yes, sir. Step back, no good. Hawks get the board again. George Bang Bang Niang a three. That one rolls off. 111-89. 10 minutes to go in this ball game. Edwards floats it up way off. Here come the Hawks. T-Man drives all the way. Missed it. Here's Ricky Council. Council starts, stops, drives all the way in. Fouled again. Got it again. And one. Ricky. Yes, sir. Ricky Council's like, yo, nurse. You don't want to play me? I'll show you what happens. I'll show you what I could do. And one. And one. Yeah, what you got to say now, Niang? What's up, Georges? What's up, George? What's up, Georges? Quentin Grimes on the bench. Here's Okongwu. Trae Young floats it up. Fouled. I think they're going to say it's on the floor, though. We got Don Boyle in the chat. TMB. Busy B. Mel. Ryan Sprague. AG. Shout out to all the real ones still tapping in here with your boy. So we're watching Sixers and Hawks. Late game. Late season game. Not much on the line for Philly. Oh, Trey got a tech. My bad. Free throws missed anyway. Busy B says, here comes the fake comeback. Trae Young's telling the crowd to boo the refs. But yeah, you're right, Busy B. It's like clockwork at this point. They always make these fake comebacks. Okongwu puts it up off the window again. It's crazy because our cleanup crew is literally in the game, so we have no one else to bring in. Okeke, corner three. Okeke. Kind of like this guy, Chumo Okeke, man. Kind of like him. He'll be a 40-point per game G leaguer next year. There's Trae Young. Young crosses over, pulls it from the logo. No can do. Okeke up the floor. Butler driving all the way off the window, missed it. Okeke tried to get the board. I think they called a foul on George Niang. think they called it on George Niang. Yo, George Niang is really built like that one like uncle at your cookout that like wants to 1v1 you. He's like drinking a Corona, eating a burger. He's like, "Yeah, you want to take us to the front yard? You want to take us to the court?" And then he just talks trash the whole game. Here's Jared Butler, crosses over, drives, floats it up again. That one rolls off the cylinder, picked up by Atlanta. T-Man driving down the floor, dumps it to Krejci. Krejci out to Dyson Daniels. Most of the starters back in for Atlanta. They're trying to apply the pressure, and Terrence Mann was fouled. See, this is why the Sixers need to put me in the game, because I'd be talking hella crap to George Niang. I would be inside his head. Dang, Ricky got fouled out? Dang, Ricky. Never mind, man. 14 points off the bench. He was trying to make a statement. And then he got fouled out. Yeah, we might not have enough players. Oubre, Maxey, and Bona are the other three that are listed available. Ricky's out now. We're down to 8. We're down to 8 players now. Here's Dyson Daniels, finds Onyeka Okongwu. Okongwu drives in with the left, goes up, and puts it through. Another miss by the Sixers, but Okeke just got shoved to the floor. He might be hurt. Running out of players. Running out of guys. Onyeka Okongwu shoved him to the floor. Niang still talking smack from the bench. Niang is still talking from the bench. Bro, this guy's still chirping. Got elbowed in the face. So Okeke going to stay in the game. Justin Edwards pulls up for 3. No good. Rebounded by Dyson Daniels. 7:45 to go. Here's Karis LeVert. Drives all the way in. Missed the bucket. Looks like we're playing practice runs right now. Edwards crosses over, drives in with the right hand. Oh, you should have looked at Niang and said something. I've never seen a ball player built like him. It is crazy. It is crazy. Butler up the floor. Grimes. One bouncer. Reese, the left-handed dunk and one! Alex Reese! Oh!
Sir. He's on fire!
Oh! Since when did Alex Reese know how to do that? Left-handed poster on your face. Onyeka Okongwu just got posterized by Alex Reese. And one. And one. Drop the ones in the chat, man. Yo. Here's the drive in from Dyson Daniels, and he throws it away. 7 minutes to play here in the fourth. It's back to 15. Yo, could you imagine ultimate plot twist? The Sixers win this game. Grimes a 3, that's short. Grimes hits a game winner and starts talking smack to Niang. Reza Shea just missed a half-court alley-oop. Grimes down to Reese. Reese for 3. Short again. Niang's over there chirping on the bench. That's crazy work. Crazy work, man. 115 to 100. Yeah, that is crazy. Somebody just showed me this clip. Yeah, Niang really did say that to Quentin Grimes. It's kind of disrespectful, man, if I'm being honest with you. He really called him a role player. Said, you're going to be back in the corner once Joel Embiid comes back. That's crazy work, man. That is crazy work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, drop some fire emojis in the chat. Let's get this chat cooking as we wind down another Tankathon game. All right, let's see, man. We got Dom Boyle in here. What's up, Dom? Thanks for being here always, bro. Thaddeus VT. Yeah, Alex Reese poster season, baby. Drop some Alex Reese in the chat. We got to give him some love, man. Shout out to our boy Alex Reese. It's Alex Reese season. We're all just living in it. We're all just living in it. Busy B says, coming from another role player, that is mad crazy. I mean, you got to respect the level of trash talk. I mean, Niang is one of a kind. I'm telling you guys, he literally was trash talking me in DMs for no reason. Like, the guy just, he's ready to go at all times. All times, man. Yeah, we still got 200 people in here. That's pretty magnificent, man. 200 people in a Tankathon game. That's amazing. Very happy for the community we've built. We've reached fans all across the world, man. And we're going to keep doing this show going forward, above and beyond. Pre-game, live game, and post-game. Every game right here, Philly Tig with RB, is the place to be. To watch games and hang out with the community. Edwards going to kick back to Grimes. Grimes dribbling. Switches back. Right to left. Right to left. Grimes goes all the way in. Got it through the contact. Looks right at Dyson Daniels. Grimes with the stare down a little bit. Here's Levert. Kicks it out. 3-ball. Reza Shea. That's off the mark. Picked up by Philly. Don't get too good now, Grimes. I know you want to prove a point. Grimes gets bumped by Reza Shea. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul. Jeez, man. Shout out to all 216 people in the live chat. You guys are incredible, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the show. The tank is on, and it's on fire like never before. Second one, I believe, was missed. My bad. I was looking at something. Sixers are on a run, though. 3-ball Niang. Y'all are getting cooked by George Niang, man. Y'all are getting cooked, man. Come on. Come on, bro. You got to at least put a clamp on him. Nice take by Jeff Doughton. Goes right up and in. 13-point game. Here's Okongwu under the rim. Little shove by Yabusele. Yabu and Downton are trying to communicate. Downton just came back in. Downton hasn't really played a lot since early in the game. He hasn't played a lot since earlier in the game. Guys, can we get this to 300 likes, man? I know it's brutal, man, but you guys have been crushing it all night long, so. Okongwu going to miss the first free throw. Hawks are kind of selling right now. I think Grimes has a hangnail, must sit the rest of the season. I agree. Sit him out. Sit him out. Where did Kelly get those? What's Kelly wearing? I can't see. They're not. It's like far away, but I don't know what Kelly's wearing, bro. Oubre's wearing bear slippers with claws. I'll tell you what, I actually saw those the other day when I was out somewhere. I saw those same exact slippers. If they are what I think they are. I wonder if he went to the same place. 3 ball from Grimes. No good. Yabu gets the board. Yabu out to Grimes again. Grimes a 3. Got it off 1 foot. It's back to an 11-point game. Kelly does have some wild fits. But yeah, I was out at some place the other day and they were selling those shoes. Like they were like bear slippers with claws. Very odd.
Let's go.
Yo, Grimes is cooking right now. Grimes is cooking. First free throw good for Trae Young. Both teams in the bonus. $5 super chat, Brian Pumper. Thank you, man. I'm honestly amused. The Raptors fans are crying about our tank job on Twitter. Dog, these clowns don't play starters in the 4th. Yeah, the Raptors have no room to talk, man. Raptors have no room to talk. They've literally been pulling their entire starting 5 in the 4th quarter. Like, who does that? Who does that? Who does that, man? Yeah, Raptors fans, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, man. Not at all. RB, Okiki, and Brissett's 19 days have to be up by now, right? I don't know. I got to check up on that. But, yeah, I think Okiki, I think they were both on 10 days, right? Probably should be up soon. Unless they get another one. Dom says flamboyant. Kelly Oubre is an interesting character. He's an interesting character for sure. Guys, are the Sixers actually going to come back and win this? Are they going to come back and win this? Like, what's going on? Riaz says, what up, RB? What's up, Riaz? Thanks for being here, man. RB, nice cut. Thank you, man. No way McCain starts next season with Maxey. I think Grimes will be the 2 guard, and then McCain will be the 6th man, probably. Guys, get us to 200 likes, man. Get us up. Get us up to 200 likes. Let's see. Who else we got up here, man? 220 people. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're going to do a very short post game after this game, and then we're going to watch March Madness. I want to watch some of those night March Madness games. Plus, we'll be back tomorrow. So be here tomorrow night, Sixers versus Pelicans. It's our last 8 p.m. game, I believe, of the season. I don't know why they're giving us these 8 p.m. games. They're brutal, but hey, We'll be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Be here sharp. Don't miss it. Free throw's going to be good. 121 to 108. 4:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Doughton coming around a screen. Doughton going to find Quentin Grimes. Grimes again, guarded by Dyson Daniels. Flings it off. Hawks tried to steal it, but they go out of bounds. Four minutes to play. Nick Nurse looks stressed out, man. Looks stressed out. Nice little bucket there for the Sixers. They bring it down to an 11-point game after Jeff Doughton knocks one down.
Let's go.
Here's George Niang going to find Karis LeVert. Here's Dyson Daniels. Jabs, drives, past Edwards, goes up, in with the soft touch. Man, what a nice play. Here's Quentin Grimes. Grimes gets double teamed. Hawks looked like they were in his zone. Okeke steps out of bounds. $5 super chat. Riaz, thank you so much, man. RB, will the Sixers officially say Maxey is done? I'm afraid one day I'm going to turn on the TV and see Maxey and Oubre in a game we are supposed to tank. Riaz, I'm going to give you a little bit of assurance. I can almost guarantee you that they will not play again this season. But Riaz, here's why they're not shutting them down for the season, because again, the NBA's on their tail right now. They're like looking out for teams that are, I guess, purposely tanking, even though they know like the 10 worst teams are trying to tank now. If the Sixers were to go out and say, you know, Maxey, Drummond, Oubre, all these guys are out for the season, then the NBA is just going to like harp on it. They're going to like lock in even more. You know what I mean? They're going to get down to business. So I don't think the Sixers are going to do that. I think they're just going to keep going how they're going. Nick Nurse every couple of games is going to say, yeah, you know, maybe we'll get Maxey back for the next trip, and then they're not going to play him. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarity and assurance on that. But it's definitely a tactic by the Sixers. Grimes going to find Okeke. Back to Grimes for three. That's short. 15-point game. Couple more buckets. This should be out of reach. Here's Trae Young. Going to dribble, drive, kick. Here is Karis LeVert. Niang down the floor. Floats it up. Got it again. Yo, you're getting cooked by the minivan. Put in a new engine in that baby. He is cooking. $2 super chat. Top Shot Tesla. Thank you so much. Another great channel member. Shout out to Riaz. Shout out to Top Shot. As Grimes misses again. Top Shot says getting chirped by the minivan might be a new low. I feel like we've gotten chirped by him before. He chirps everybody, so. Now getting cooked by the minivan, that might be a new low. Chirped, that's fine. But getting cooked by the minivan, how many points does he have? 20 off the bench. What did he have last night? 25, 24? This guy's cooking. Yabusele fouled en route to the basket. 2 minutes to go here in the Tankathon. Let's see, what did he have last night against Golden State? He had 23 off the bench last night, 6 triples. Tonight he has 20 with 5 triples. So he's cooking right now, no doubt. Thank you all for the kind words in the chat, the super chats. Thank you for supporting.
Let's go.
Really do appreciate it, man. You guys are the best, and without this community, I would not be able to survive this freaking team. So thank you all so much. Yabu gonna miss the first free throw. We have a $5 super chat from Sean Bolger. He says, it would be so Sixers if they do get the 6th pick, but due to a tanking investigation, they take it away and tank for nothing. Could you imagine? That would be the most Sixers thing to happen. We get the 6th pick and then they dock us that pick for tanking. That would be crazy. But now they would probably take away our 2nd round pick for the next 5 years. Wild, bro. That's a good one, though, Sean. Thanks for the super chat, man. 16-point game. Reese pokes it away from Trae Young out of bounds, but Sixers are going to go down again. Sixers are going to go down again. So our entertainment tonight was George Niang chirping up Quentin Grimes. I'll tell you what, though, man. Like I said before, if the Sixers get the 7th overall pick, I'm going to lose my mind, bro. Like, I might actually lose it. No doubt. No doubt. Free throws are good, 130 to 111. What was my final prediction? I said 123 to 109. So I was off by a little bit. 3 ball. Alex Reese again. This guy is cooking. Guys, these next 4 games are going to be huge. Pelicans tomorrow, Wizards, Heat, and Raptors. Sixers are going to have to try to lose these games, man. It's going to be tough, though, especially tomorrow night against the Pelicans. Trae Young hits it again, 132 to 114. Jeff Doughton Jr. fouled and won. Once again, one last time, I want to let you guys know that we are partnered with BetUS TV. Check them out for your daily sports news and your daily sports content. Go check them out. Follow their social media platforms and check out their sites. Shout out to BetUS TV. They just showed Kelly Oubre's shoes. Yo, he's really wearing them bear claws, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I was out the other day and I saw those bear claw shoes. I don't know if that's where Kelly Oubre got them from, but that's crazy, bro. Another miss by the Sixers, out of bounds. We wind it down. It's going to be, see if they take another shot here. But, yo, the tank's on, man. Drop the tank emojis in the chat. Tank emojis in the chat. Wake them up. Tankathon lives on. Sixers are now going to have lost 19 out of their last 22 games. Here's Barlow again. He spins, turns. Barlow fade away. Guess it was a shot clock violation. Busy B says my prediction's almost spot on. What was your prediction? I forget. What is Kate Scott doing? Yeah, Kelly definitely wins the award for craziest outfits. Doughton, another fadeaway, hits it again. These next 4 games are probably going to determine the outcome of the tank. The next 4 games are going to determine the outcome of the tank, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the Tankathon lives on, man. Still 200 people plus in here. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the Sixers Game Day Live Show. Once again, shout out to our partners over at National University. Check out National. Guys, follow us on all platforms. Subscribe to our channel. We're going to go get ready for this post-game show. It'll be a very, very quick, minimal post-game show. We will be back tomorrow night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sixers Pelicans tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be back. But we'll talk about some things in this post-game show, including a former Sixer who was just talking smack on Quentin Grimes. So we'll get into it all, and then we'll go enjoy some March Madness. All right? But thank you all for being here. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the members, all the people that super chatted, all the people that gifted memberships, supported the show tonight. Really do appreciate it. Thank you all for being here, man. And I will catch all of you in just a few moments. All right, man. Welcome on in. Welcome. Sixers post-game live show here on Philly Take with RB. We do this every single game after the Sixers game. So do us a favor. Come tap in live with your boy on YouTube. We do pregame, live game, post-game coverage. Tap in live with us, man. Get active in the chat. Or if you're listening on the playback, if you're watching back or listening back, whatever, on a podcast platform, do us a favor, man. Rate it, subscribe it, comment, interact. Help us keep growing as a show. Now, I come into this game and, like I said, I don't really have much to say after this game other than let's look at the Tankathon odds and see where the Sixers stack up. Because as I continue to say, the NBA Tankathon race is becoming more entertaining than the NBA playoff race, right? I mean, in the Western Conference, there's a couple teams fighting for like that middle of the pack. But, the Sixers come out tonight. They get absolutely handed. They get it handed to them again by the Atlanta Hawks. This time they had Trae Young. Last time they didn't. Trae Young played a pretty good game tonight. But whether it's Trae Young, whether it's Zachary Riza-Shea, who I think has definitely done a good job improving this year in his rookie year as the number 1 overall pick, or whether it's Dyson Daniels, who finished this game with 5 steals. He had 2 in the first minute of the game. Probably comeback player of the year. I mean, he's had a great season. We could look at all these guys. We could go up and down the roster. Fact of the matter is, there's nothing much to say after this game. There's nothing much to say after this game other than you got the job done, mission accomplished. Yes, it's tough watching your team get slaughtered for 4 quarters, and we know that this is what they're trying to do. Today, another 11, 12 guys were out. Jalen Hood-Schifino didn't play. They're trying to manage these guys' eligibility to make sure they have enough games to keep playing so they can get blasted. But that's where we're at. Right? And March Madness is going on right now. During the entire show, we talked about some draft prospects. We'll talk about them as we move forward. But for me, watching March Madness the last 4 days, seeing all these guys that are out there, these young prospects, I'll continue to say it. The Sixers have to do everything they can to give themselves the best chance to get a top 6 pick. Simple as that. All right, we're at the point in the season where everybody's given up. And Nick Nurse is out there trying to find answers, but I feel bad for the guy. We know we know this team's cooked, and they're out there and they're just getting smacked down by everybody. But I will say it's kind of impressive at this point that either I don't know if the guys got a memo or a secret letter in their locker room. I don't know, but they've now mastered the art of tanking. I mean, it's no longer like cardiac, right? It's no longer like, oh my gosh, if we get to the 4th quarter and it's a 2-point game, like, are we going to lose this game? Now, I don't want to speak too quick. All right. The next 5 games or next 4 games are going to probably decide what the result of the tank is. The Sixers did a good job tonight. They lost to the Hawks. Tomorrow they come right back. They play the Pelicans. Then they play the Wizards. Then they play the Heat. Then they play the Raptors. So this 5-game stretch is going to, in my opinion, be the deciding factor. It's going to be the determinant in where this team can finish. The Raptors have the easiest remaining schedule. They should win games, but right now the Sixers and the Brooklyn Nets are in an absolute dogfight for that 5th overall slot. Now, I do want to talk about that, but before I pull up the tanking odds and the tankathon.com, one thing I do want to hit on from this game tonight, because all the other stuff I don't think is really worth getting into. I mean, the Sixers shot, 32% from 3. Hawks were 46. Sixers got out rebounded. Actually, no, they didn't because of garbage time. But for most of this game, they didn't give any single crap on defense. They didn't even try to stop guys. I'm watching the Hawks have 4 straight possessions, and nobody on the Sixers even tries to come up or rebound or whatever, right? They're playing without a center. I'm not going to waste my breath on that because we already know what they're trying to do. I think they're tanking very well. But the one thing I do want to touch on from this game is the George Niang, Quentin Grimes, trash talk, going at each other's necks. And all I'll say, as somebody who has known George Niang, who has been on my show, is we know how he is. There was a point in this game where, I guess Quentin Grimes scratched him on the arm. They were zooming it in on the broadcast. And George Niang looked at Grimes and was like, "You're a role player. You're always going to be a role player. Wait till Joel Embiid gets back on the floor. Your ass is going to be in the corner, blah, blah, blah," right? And I thought it was, it got a little scrappy, but nothing crazy. The refs did a good job controlling it. And they went at each other's necks for a little bit. Now, I will say they must have ignited the fire in the minivan. They must have, put some oil on it because, this guy started cooking after that. Now, I said last night, George Niang had 23 points off the bench. He had 6 triples against Golden State. And tonight, he had 20 points off the bench with 5 triples. And it just goes to show the quality of role player he is. Even when he was here in Philly, the guy shot, 38, 40% from 3. Did his job. Yeah, he was slow. Yeah, he was overweight. But that level of attitude, that chippiness, that trash talk, he brings it every night, and you have to expect that when you play up against him. I mean, this guy isn't even on the Cavs anymore, and the Cavs looked like a championship contending team this year. They still do, but they had to trade him and Karis LeVert at the deadline. So you'd think, all right, George Niang might take a step back, right? If the Cavs win the chip, he gets a ring. Now he's just out there, for whatever, right? It's just messing around. George Niang plays to win every night. And from having him on the show, I respect him. You have to respect that level of trash talk. Now, in terms of what he said something along the lines of, and actually, you know what? Let me pull up the quote so I don't misquote him. This is what was being reported of what he said from people that I guess are lip readers. So they were already making out the quote of what he said. Here's what George Niang said said during the game to Quentin Grimes. Quote, "If Joel was here, your ass would be in the corner. Joel here, you're in the corner. Tyrese Maxey here, you're in the corner." And then we don't know what Quentin Grimes said back to George Niang. But I will say this about George Niang's comments, just so I can stick up for Grimes a little bit. I mean, you're the same kind of guy, Niang, right? You're speaking from experience because your ass was always in the corner. I mean, you definitely weren't quick enough to beat anybody off the dribble. Sometimes you'd have these once in a blue moon drive to the bucket, baseline reverse layups that looked like they were from another universe. I remember George Niang fondly cooking Giannis Antetokounmpo a couple times. But you're speaking from experience, man. So, I mean, why are you getting mad at Quentin Grimes? Because he's taking advantage of an opportunity without Joel Embiid. Is that a bad thing? If Joel's here, yeah, we've said that. I've said that myself. If the offense is centered around Joel Embiid, you have to have certain type of role players like George Niang who are going to complement Joel's style. And that's a big conversation that we've had about, what does the future look like? How do you play without Embiid ball if he's on the floor, right? So I just think I get it. It was heat of the moment. They were chirping, whatever. He got mad that he got scratched. But then Quentin Grimes started to cook in the fourth quarter, and he went at Niang a couple times. I thought they both got their buckets after that. So I wasn't even worried about it. And at this point, I mean, I couldn't care less about what these guys are chirping about. The fact of the matter is the Sixers got it done. They lost again. And now they are fully in the tankathon, which we already knew, but they're getting really good at it. Also, a quick shout out mention to Justin Edwards. I think he's going to be a really good player for a long time. The third ranked prospect in the high school class last year. He goes undrafted, comes back to his hometown of Philly. And I just see a lot of traits in Justin Edwards that I think go under the radar. And I think he's going to be a really good player for a couple years to come at least. And, like I said earlier in the live stream, it's not every day when you get to pick up a Justin Edwards who was a top 5 high school recruit for nothing. You didn't even have to use a draft pick on him. So, yeah, I like Justin Edwards' game. I think he's going to be good. Yabusele seems to be so either worn out or just checked out that Yabu doesn't even do the little things anymore. But anyway, Ricky had 14 off the bench. He got fouled out. Like I said, this game was what it was. Sixers gave no effort on defense. That's how they're tanking, and that's what they're doing. And the last thing I'll say about this game is somebody asked me a question during the live stream. Will they bring Maxey back? Will they bring Oubre back? And the answer to that is absolutely not. Absolutely not. They will not bring Tyrese Maxey back. They will not bring Kelly Oubre back. And the reason they're not shutting them down is because they don't want the NBA to be breathing down their necks. They don't want to get it harped on even more because for some reason the NBA is having a hissy fit thinking that all these teams are now just starting to tank, even though this is what happens every year. You get a handful of teams that tank starting in, December and January. And the Sixers happen to fall into that group this year. And yeah, the Sixers, they're not going to bring back two guys that could hurt the tank. They're just going to not shut them down to make it seem like they're going to come back, right? Every couple of games, Nick Nurse is going to be like, yeah, we might get Maxey back on the next couple of games. He's getting back to shape. He's working on it. And that's what they'll keep doing. They'll keep stalling. We only have 11 games left in this torture season anyway. So that's where we're at. And then you got Kelly Oubre over on the bench wearing bear claws on his feet. I don't know. This is an interesting group for sure. Interesting group for sure. But yeah. So anyway, Hawks get the win. Sixers go down. I thought the Hawks played a pretty good first half and decent second half, but the Sixers have like this fake comeback every game. They make it look like they're going to start playing well and, let's, bite it back into it, and we get it down to 10 points, and then they lose by 20. So, yeah, the Sixers, like I said last game, the game before, you just can't out-tank the Sixers. The Sixers, it's like in their DNA, It's genetics at this point. The Sixers are too good at tanking. Can't out-tank them. But the next 4 games are going to be the main decider of how that goes. Now, if we go over to tankathon.com, our best friend, the Sixers, once again, are now at the 5th best odds, tied with the Brooklyn Nets. They are both a game up on the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors lost tonight to the San Antonio Spurs, I believe, right? Was it the Spurs? Yeah. Yeah, they got blown out by the Spurs, 123-89. So the Raptors are doing the same thing. They are pulling their entire lineup, not trying. And the Raptors are now a game behind the Sixers and the Nets. So if we spin it, for example, we did win it earlier before the game. Let's see what we get now. There you go. We actually got the same result. Same result as we did before the game. Maybe the stars are aligning. Maybe things are coming together, ladies and gentlemen. Sixers, top 6, right? Their odds as they get higher start to increase. They start to get a better chance. I've already broken down the math a million times, but the Sixers' chances go up by 20-something% if they get that 5th best odds. So anyway, Sixers are tied with the Brooklyn Nets. Both of these teams play tomorrow night, by the way. Nets are taking on the Mavericks. The Sixers are taking on the Pelicans. That could be bad news. But Sixers need to do everything they can to lose these last 11 games. They have now lost 19 out of their last 22 games. I don't know what their record is since the deadline, but it's got to be god-awful. And we all know what the result is at this point. Now I want to look at the Nets' remaining schedule. We looked at the Sixers' remaining schedule. Let's go ahead and look at the Brooklyn Nets' remaining schedule because they came into today with the 6th easiest remaining schedule. The Sixers had the 3rd easiest remaining schedule. And the Raptors had the number 1 easiest remaining schedule. So I'm not that worried about the Raptors as I am the Nets. So if we look at the Nets' final games, they'll play the Mavericks. Then on Wednesday night is going to be a huge night for the Tankathon, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we'll be streaming Sixers and Wizards, but we are going to have our eyes on Nets versus Raptors. They play each other on Wednesday night. So that's going to be a huge game with implications for the Tankathon. But anyway, they play the Mavs. They play the Raptors. They play the Clippers. They play the Wizards. Then they play the Mavs again. That's the next 5 for the Brooklyn Nets. And I know I was a little bit confused earlier when I said they played the Mavs. It's actually a good thing, even though I don't know if the Mavs have enough players. The Mavs are getting to that point where they might not even have enough eligible players on the roster. So the Nets should win. But then again, I've watched the last couple Nets games, and they're like the Raptors, but just more oblivious. Actually, no, the Raptors are more oblivious. The Nets are just more terrible as a team. Like the Nets just come in, they just bottom out in the fourth quarter. They just start chucking up whatever, missing shots. Raptors are like, yeah, we're up. We're going to take our whole starting lineup out, and then we're going to lose. But anyway, if the Nets win tomorrow night, that would be amazing. But then again, the Sixers are playing the Pelicans, who are also a bad team. Now, honestly, I do think the Sixers can lose to the Pelicans tomorrow, especially if Zion plays. But we'll see what happens with the Brooklyn Nets. Like I said, it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to the wire. The Sixers are currently managing games for Jalen Hood-Schifino and, Alex Reese and these type of guys and, Chuma Okeke. So, I mean, you're down to the bare bone at this point. But the Sixers know exactly what they're doing. They need to keep doing what they're doing. And they have to hope that the Nets can go on a couple game run. Because the thing about the Nets is like they actually play really hard. The Nets play really hard. So I feel like they're bound to win a couple of these games. But the next couple for Philly is really going to be the determinant for me. Pelicans, Wizards, Heat, and Raptors. Those are not 4 games that are easy to lose. You got to kind of like flip it in your brain. Those 4 games are not going to be easy losses. And if Grimes is in here cooking like he usually does, and, Jalen Hood-Schifino's in here getting buckets and Yabu, I mean, it's going to be hard. But hey, like I said, the tanking race is actually becoming very interesting. And it's kind of, keeping us going here. It's kind of keeping us going, to be honest. So we will see what happens, but Sixers have to get this draft pick. They have to get this draft pick. And I don't care if it's George Niang talking smack. I don't care if tomorrow night it's Zion talking smack. I don't care who it is. Lose the game. Simple as that. And I think it kind of feels like the players know it. They might act like they don't know it. Nick Nurse might act like he doesn't know it, but he does. They know it. I mean, it's simple at this point. You know what you need to do. So I don't have to keep saying it. We already know that, but it has been back and forth for the last 2 weeks, and I feel like for the next 2.5 weeks, it's probably going to be the same thing. Probably down to the last game or two, honestly. So we'll see how it goes. But that's really all I got on this post-game show. I appreciate everybody being in here. We have a ton of people in here, and for the people that do tap in and watch these post-game shows, I really do appreciate you guys, man. We're going to keep this going through the end of the season. But other than tonight being a talking trash metric of George Niang and Grimes and Niang getting into it little thing, I mean, there's just not much to take away from these games. I like how Justin Edwards is playing, and I like how Quentin Grimes is playing. So that's pretty much it. I think the Sixers got swept by the Hawks this season now. I think they actually got swept, which is crazy. Hawks are fighting for a play-in. You had the Bulls last night drop 146 on LA on the Lakers. Josh Giddey had a crazy stat line. So you have some of these lower play-in teams starting to play better. So you can kiss goodbye any chance of being in the play-in, even though we don't want that. But now it all comes down to the lottery balls, as we've been saying for weeks now. So we'll see. Brian Pumper in the chat says the stretch is crucial. We cannot play Grimes the next 4 games. Wizards need to keep pace with the Jazz. They do. I mean, the Sixers, it's going to be tough to lose to the Wizards on Wednesday. I'll be honest. They almost lost to them earlier this year, remember? With Jared Butler when he was with the Wizards. They actually almost lost to the Wizards. That was during that was one of the most pitiful stretches of this season. There's a couple pitiful stretches that I remember very fondly. And one of them was we almost lost to the Wizards, who were like 6-40 at the time. And then we lost to, I think it was the Pelicans and the Nets. So, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be interesting, man. Dom says, I need Maryland to win. What's the score right now? Let's see. What are the scores right now? Let's see. If you guys aren't watching March Madness, there's been some really good games. Definitely tap in. Yeah, Maryland's down with like 4.5 to go. Crazy. A lot of craziness in March Madness, but watch out for some of these prospects. They could be on the Sixers next year, I hope. Well, anyway, man, thank you all for being a part of this. We do play tomorrow night, so I'm going to get off here, but be back tomorrow night. Sixers Pelicans. The tankathon is on. Drop the tank emojis in the chat. Shout out to the members. We're in full tank mode. It's sad that we're here, but we got to make it happen. We have to make it happen. That's where I'm at, man. Philly Take with RB, presented by National University. Sixers Game Day Live Show, the post-game live show, where we break it down after every single game. Follow me on Twitter at RB Philly Take. Follow me on Instagram at Philly Take with RB. Same on TikTok. We'll be back tomorrow night, man. We'll be chatting it up in the Discord tonight. Join the Discord. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. See you all in under 24 hours. Peace.